And last thing you know, you found out that the world was safe, and it was a greater adventure. Everybody lived long, everybody shared by everybody. Everybody has a piece of the land, they harvest and live, and they have family and everything. Um, we will definitely start. Everyone will definitely have a shop. I'll give everybody a free shop, so everybody can sell items and stuff like that from their home. And starting with new things. That will be one of the first things you're gonna start getting for yourself. You're able to sell things, buy things. Basically, you have to pay a messenger or somebody to send it back to your shop, and you'll be able to sell for basically, depending on what you roll. It's if you got there, if you didn't get there, and you sell. If you roll bad, you might not even get there. If you roll good, it got there. And if you roll well, it sold for half, nothing, for 100% or 150%. So different ways of selling whatever you want to sell. You can definitely make things. I'll give you basically everything you make is half. You make it with materials half price. That's how you usually make things. So if you gather materials, iron, metal, different things, you can forge things, craft things. You can do your own things, and you'll be able to have your own little shop of selling things. Depending on what profession you have, like what professions will explain later on in the game. But today is mostly about talking about the new world that you have entered. In your travels, you feel like this world is safe enough. Killimore and all the world's people are saved by great heroes, great stories of more than the Doomfall, named by Bulba. Tenarian named them and really, like he trusted him with his life since the beginning. He always wanted to help him, always had questions about him since he was undead until he became human. He still helped him, and he really went about on his way. Tani, she had a great adventure until she got older. She definitely created a monkey baby that she had with her, a flying monkey. She took care of it, and that thing, she has like a monkey farm now. That monkey reproduced, she can sell flying monkeys to people.
I want to find monkey.
Well, you might have to go back to her hometown and buy one. We have Anora. Anora still traveling the world. You're a half elf or full elf? Oh, you're Amsamar. So you live forever. You still feel that your journey's not over.
Yes.
And you think there's still dangers in the world you need to protect yourself against and save the world again. And in case something happens in the world, you guys are ready. And we have a new person. Who's this new person? Because Celine, she basically got married and everything. She really went on her own. Who is this new person, and describe her?
Well, my character at the moment is having a little bit of a hard time.
Everybody, all my family's watching. There's Valerie, everybody from work. Hey!
What's going on? Is your mom and dad there?
Not just a cousin right now. They're
Hey,
watching.
cousin.
And
What's your cousin's name?
Valerie.
Hey, Valerie.
They're passing by looking at our awesomeness. Well, who's your character? Explain.
She is having a little bit of a hard time remembering or even understanding who she is because there's something not right in her head. Instead of telling you who she is, I'll just read what's on my page. It's short. I know who you guys like short stories. But basically, when you ask my character who she is, this is what she responds to. And it says, I don't remember who I am. I think I'm not sure. Last thing I remember was battling a great evil. I was trying to take control of its mind, but something went terribly wrong. He was too powerful. The visions of his vile thoughts and abhorrent memories haunt me. All I know now is I need to control the confusion and the voices in my head. If I could only control my thoughts long enough to think clearly, I'm sure I would remember. I have to stoke him here. I don't remember what it is. All I know is that it's precious to me. It must mean something, but what? I must remember. And then you see her kind of like struggling with her head and just you can tell that she's trying to stop something in her head, almost like as she's telling something that you can't see to stop talking to her. And she says, "Shut up." And then she says, "I'm trying to get a hold of myself, but something inside me tempts me to forget my past, give in, and unleash the full extent of my unchecked powers. But no, I must not give in. The dark magic within me will only lead to madness. Sometimes I fear it's already too late, but I must try. I must take control." So that's kind of the background of her. She's not sure who she is. She's confused about what her thoughts are, what her own thoughts are, and what the thoughts of other people are, and what the thoughts of this monster are. And it's because she's always trying to invade other people's thoughts. And now it's kind of backfired on her.
And you know the best part about this? I have something that is gonna jolt your memory in this story. Eventually,
Okay.
somebody from your past is gonna come back and say hello. It's perfect.
All right.
It is perfect for everything that's gonna be happening. Anora, you wanna tell something about yourself?
I'm a mystery. I am an enigma.
Oh my
we
god.
met in the game, not in real life.
She's
Well, I mean, I did have a full backstory, but it got lost in the shuffle. Can I get back to you?
yes, to be continued.
Yes.
Well, we can
Yes.
definitely reintroduce characters next week. And everything.
Yes, that's perfect. Because I do have a full backstory, but shorter. than
Yeah.
that.
That wasn't long. Was that
Yeah.
long?
Shut
Right.
up. I didn't imagine it was long.
Wow, and I erased a lot.
Wow!
Oh
Wow!
wow. Okay. You people are
As we know in the Grey Morty from the stories we heard from him and all the heroic things he's done, he had a child, and the child seems that he's ready to move up in the world. 17 seems like the appropriate age to go adventuring, full armor and following his dad's footsteps. He's gonna introduce himself as
Morales Menethil. I was raised by my mother Alis after my father passed away fighting the evil of the Lich King, and raised also by my mentor Tyrion Fordring, who taught me to be a great paladin following my father's footsteps. My mother always told me that I was just like him, brave, adventurous, and willing to help anyone around me. And that's what I seek to do on my adventure. I wished to do so earlier, but my mother told me I had to be 17, not 14.
Asa, new adventure. Welcome to the world, and welcome to adventuring.
You're
You're to be continued?
Yep.
We'll continue with the new secret character that hasn't shown up yet. But I wrote a couple of things, and I wrote a lot, for like 5 pages.
Wait, is this your character?
I don't have a character yet. I don't make a character. This is my story. Lands, areas. As a creature in the ice throne, saved many adventurers from doom. 18 years has passed, and there was a calm of the world, and you hear stories of heroes that saved the world from total annihilation from the Lich King. And you start entering a a town. It's the town is on the map is uh Myrna Sun on Shar.
Moria-san?
Yeah, Moria Sun. Moria Sun. That's a new town. I made a full map of a custom map for all of you, so you have a representation of what you guys need. Um, I took a while to draw. That was the best part. And you guys, your Mirror Sun. That's where you traveled. Honora heard rumors of what was going on in the world and said, "Hey, I'm not done yet." And she gathered a couple of crew members, saw on a boat that a unnamed character sails and sell you guys to Moria-san, and you end up in this new town. And Moria-san, everybody seems like this new world you enter adventuring. It doesn't seem that everybody's happy. You know, it looks like the town doesn't seem like up and running. Doesn't seem happy to see people. You know, people are talking to each other quietly. It's not a town it's full of life. It looks like an old town, and in the sector they're on like by the coast. It's like a coast town, like a fishing town and stuff like that. And a lot of rumors of monsters and beasts and things you see in the world that they've been strange animals that are being appearing over the world. And you entered and you see a couple locals. There's a barmaid outside town throwing a bucket of like a chump on the ground outside. You know, everybody just mind their own business.
Throwing a chunk.
Chump like the like scraps of food
Okay.
right outside the door.
Just right outside the door.
Right outside.
Do we know each other or we not yet?
You all know each other as Anora basically gather a group, and she's mysterious. And she felt like the world needs, like all the parts of the world needs help, because you have to save the world. That means you have to travel, and you felt Killimore was completely safe. So you went to the next area where you heard rumors, and you got the next best thing. You know, you have to have the kid that's up and running. You have the.
Well, I can probably say that it's just a normal town that somebody could live in.
Yeah, it's a normal town.
Well, maybe this is where they found me. You know.
Yeah.
By the way, the reason I'm called Ash is because they found me in this place I was all burned up and I was covered in ash.
I would say you're from Cornhall.
I don't know where I'm from.
Why not? You said you come from an area from Ash.
Like I'm from here.
Yeah.
This is where the town people found me, and this is where I met Honora.
You met Anora. Anora hired you. Found you have special skills that might come in handy. And
She needs some sort of adventure to break her out of her mundane.
yeah, we look for answers.
Yes, to look for answers.
Yes.
Yes.
She asked if I could help her seek out her answers.
Yeah. Hey, help people is one of the best things you can do.
And I saw that she seemed like a good warrior and decided to bring her along.
Well, you can talk to people, ask around, ask for rumors, roll dice to see how well you converse with people. And whatever you want to do, you're up to doing. It's just a normal town, people walking around. You ask me somebody, I'll give you a random name. Names are not important on the town so far. Any main character I'll tell you, but give me anyone. Free
What do we see around mostly? What is this?
You're basically you came on a boat. You came to the harbor.
We came on a boat.
You did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys.
Well, at least you two did.
You two did.
I don't know about me.
We'll find her later.
Talk about mysterious character.
Yeah. You and her. You took him into the world. You found her in the bar. You went up to the where you saw the chum getting thrown. You went in. You went. You see the hiring sign. You pulled it out of the wall. You looked at it. You looked at her. Look at her. Look at her. It looked the same. Both of them are the same.
You know, that so makes sense because you're a protector Asimov, and his father was an Asimov, and he thinks he was a good Asimov.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Oh, it
As
was,
You're not
far
gonna
as
tell
he's
him.
concerned, he was a good
Absolutely. So it totally makes sense that they're still friends.
Yes. So we can just talk to somebody in the bar.
yeah,
the
you can
barkeep?
definitely talk to somebody in the bar. You know, get to know the locals. You know.
Yes. I would.
So I
Sorry,
go to the bar
go right
too,
ahead. Oh, okay. So you're
and I
you're
sit
with us.
down and I order 2 beers,
2 beers.
and I put one next to me.
And the barmaid comes and she's like, beer, meat. It was 2 mugs of meat.
Okay.
Beer is fancy drinks. We don't serve those fancy things here.
I understand. And I take one of the meats and I put it next to me and I start talking to whoever's there.
And I moved my chair over a little bit. I don't know what happened, but somehow she ended up close to me.
By the way, how much is a meat?
A meat, it's in this town,
500 gold pieces.
Whoa!
2 copper pieces.
Hi, laddie.
You can give him a gold piece
Okay.
if you want to donate to the bar. And she
I
looks
do.
at it as the first money she ever had in a while. She got it, and a tooth it like cracks. It goes and she just wants into the bag. Master, I got a cold card. I got a cold card. And she starts crying.
Wow.
Ooh, this
I,
is
on the
where
other
hurting
hand,
so much.
I would like to buy my young traveling friend
In
a
D&D,
mead.
because 17.
17
Yeah, of
year
course.
Okay,
At
so
13,
ten.
the whole time. At 13, there was a man.
his first mead amongst
We don't
brethren, please. And I would also like a mead.
She looks at you. She goes, 5 copper pieces.
No problem at all. Here, take 11, 1 for
Can I have some
yourself.
tea?
I thought you were
May I
saying
have
no.
some tea?
No,
Huh?
no
Yeah.
problem. There you are.
11 gold piece. That's 1 silver piece.
I got this, my young friend.
That's 1 silver piece. It doesn't barely anything, but that's
That's like 10 copper.
that's like
Yes.
10 copper.
So, barkeep, as the central person in this town,
Yeah.
tell us about your town. We're intrigued. It's a lovely town. Tell us about it.
We were fishermen and we tried to hunt in these areas, but fish been dying and animals been scarce. We started trying to go hunting because the fish weren't actually thriving. So we were hunting, and a lot of hunters we never came back.
Really?
Yes.
Is there a story behind your disappearance, or
That catches my attention, so I also start paying attention when he said that. And I'm wondering, I asked him, the people that came back, what did they say happened?
We have Gene Rayner. He's one of our best fighter hunters, and he's a long range. He's a great bounty hunter, and we sent him out to find what's going on, and he should be here anytime soon to see what he found.
How long ago did he leave? Oh, sorry.
He'll be here in about an hour or so, and he'll be able to tell us what happened.
my young friend asked?
I was going to ask which direction they went to hunt.
They went into the Umoja. Umoja.
Are these humans? Is this a human town?
There's different there's lizard folk, there's humans, there's a couple of kobolds.
Okay.
They look like miners and stuff like that. Really dirty.
Was
There's
he
a couple
the
of
hunter
familiar with
that'll be
mines.
back in an hour?
Jim Raynor.
Jim?
Jim
Right.
Raynor. Raynor.
I'm also a miner. If you,
Oh man, you can talk to the kobolds. The kobolds will definitely,
cool.
be interested in mining.
No, not
Be-
mining.
but-
I'm just a miner.
Yeah, he is.
Like them.
Yeah, like they will talk about mining. That's what they.
Oh, I don't know anything about mining.
He's saying minor as in not old enough.
Ah!
That is
Wow.
so funny.
Oh
That is
wow!
so lame.
So I'm gonna
Mining.
go talk to the miners about how we're miners.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and they look like a bunch of minor kobolds. They're not even old enough to wield a weapon, but they can wield a pickaxe.
Hmm. So, okay. So you've got hunters that are disappearing. The fishing is dying. Any reason why are your fish dying?
We haven't noticed. We haven't noticed anything. Both capsized, and a human.
Boats capsized?
Both got capsized, and it looked like it could have been a shark. Bit half of the boat.
Holy cow.
What
So we're being
was-
scared of going back in the water.
Well, I can certainly understand that.
And it's not somewhere we want to be in because it's been rough on all of us.
What's the size of the boat that got bitten? Because my boat is not that large.
No,
It's only 30
that's the biggest boat we've seen in a while. We have like canoes.
Oh, mine's a 35-foot cabin.
Dual motor?
Jesus.
Twin engine, 250 horse. No,
Yeah.
and my character's the crazy one.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
She makes you believe the things she says. And she says so well that he's like, whoa! And he's surprised of the things you're saying. They're like really intrigued.
Well, if we have a boat that big, maybe we can go on a harpooning trip.
We may be able to. I mean, this town is reliant on the fish for
And-
food. How are you keeping stock? Are you people fed? Are they?
No, we're not.
Are you? So your people are
We're
hungry.
waiting for the travel. We're waiting for caravans to come by and bring us food, but we haven't seen food, and we're running as like the meat tastes funky, and like it tastes old.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, and the meat, it looks like it was probably a dog, like a neighbor's dog got killed, and for food to sell for food.
Spot. I thought I heard something. Spot.
And the meat looks like kind of skinny, but there's not a lot of meat on it.
Wow.
Like you bite and you already bite into bone.
Well, I mean, we were fishing on the way in, and we caught some fish. That's how we've eaten all the way on this long journey. Perhaps we can go grab some fish for the town.
Perhaps.
Oh.
How much do we have in stock?
Well, we have,
We've only been feeding ourselves.
Yes.
It's not a huge cruise, but
yeah, so we've only fished as we've needed to fish, but certainly we can help to feed the town if that would help your people out.
we do have a boat that wouldn't capsize, and perhaps we could set some traps and try to figure out what's eating the fish.
Yes, perhaps we could find the monster that's fighting
We
the
don't
boat.
recommend searching for the beast.
Okay, this is not part of the story.
Whatever's in the water,
I didn't know it was, but I just kind of
yeah, whatever's in the water, it doesn't seem safe.
Mhm.
We have lost too many people, and you guys are seeing as fair adventures, the first one we've seen in years. We won't like to lose people of that great caliber.
I understand. What can we do for you, my friend?
As you guys talking, you see two big bulls pulling a huge like a caravan thing, but it looks like a jail's covered with a tarp. And you see a man, bull, strong, nice beard, white man, nice black hair, as he's pulling both of this humongous bull mammoth. They're like humongous and pulling this thing, and like as the camera is moving, it looks like it's like something heavy is in the back.
Something heavy
Mm-hmm.
that
Like
they're
something
dragging. not
like it's
moving.
dragging, like the animals are pulling on the ground hard enough to drag this thing.
Well, are we still in the bar? And we see this through the windows?
As the people are like, Rainer, 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 everybody starts coming out.
So this is Jim.
So
Yeah,
this is
Jim.
Jim.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask that. So Jim Maynard, the big hunter. Okay. So let's go outside and
This
see what
must
he
be
has to
Jim.
say.
Is this your hunter friend?
Yes, that's Jim.
Excellent.
Jesus, hey, you know, not allowed to drink and eat, so that it's like a sore throat. Yeah.
You know what I'm doing, right? Covering my meat.
She served it, so.
Yeah, it's too late for you. Okay. You might as well just accept.
Heather, do you know where the box of monsters that are printed up are and all the stuff?
You mean the
Yes.
special StarCraft ones? They're down there.
Yes.
Those two little boxes.
Fantastic. Here we go.
Mm.
Jim says, I found what the problem is.
And while you're over there, can you pass me my bag so I can pull out my miniature?
And do we
Jim
need to-
Maynard is a tracker, you said, right? Some sort
He's
of
it's a bounty hunter.
bounty hunter, that's right.
Oh, where's your bag? Oh, there. Can you pass it to her? As he reveals what he finds, he finds a monster like this in the back of the truck, dead. It looks like a breed of cats, dogs, tigers. It has different body parts
The
of
thing.
that thing, whatever it is. And the boy and the little kids call him, oh, the monster shark! The monster sharks! They're sharks! As a boy started naming him a Zerg.
Sure.
History check.
Alright.
What do I know about Zergs? I crit.
You crit. As you notice, you heard about a ancient monster that protected the adventurers from the Lich King, and it was a monstrosity on color and type, and this is made almost like as got made. It looks like it's the same kind of monster type. And Jim says, "I've been hunting these things for a while. And this is the first one I catch, but it's dead. I heard stories of animals, hunters, and bears and different monsters that went up in the mountains of the ice throne and came back like infected, and they just want to eat others. And when they eat others, it took their traits and evolved into something bigger. And this one has like 9 different species of animals. I see hawk, I see talons, I see claws, I see like Wolverine mouth, I see like dire wolf. It has speed, strength, it has all different traits. It looks something else killed it. As the bag is severed right to the middle of the spinal cord, and the monster ceased to move.
I would like to investigate the injury and also the body. I want to check if there's any bite marks on it.
Roll like a medicine check.
Jim Maynard said you found it dead.
Found it dead. It wasn't alive.
So that would be a 15.
15. With a 15, you find out that this animal had wounds.
I don't know, like what killed it, and if something.
It looks something slash his back, severing his spinal cord, and remove some parts of him.
Remove like the internal organs.
No, remove the outer parts, like in one of the talons, like in the top, got bit off.
And it is a bite.
It looks like a bite mark.
Hmm.
Something slashed it, and something else bit it.
Interesting.
It could be two
Something
different things.
Slashed it and something bit it.
It's like like it could be one thing, it could be 2 things. One slash, one bite.
Hmm.
And the slash seems like a larger great axe could definitely do a cut like this. And it looks one clear cut. One clear slash right through.
I'm gonna ask Am I close enough to talk to?
Yeah, you all definitely went outside and checking what's as everybody's. Oh wow, what's going on?
So I'm assuming he's a skilled warrior, being a bounty hunter.
Oh yes.
So what did you? He saw where he found the thing. What did the scene tell you? You know, what do you think happened? What did you see? Did you see?
A larger beast came by and basically tracks looked like it could have been a larger snake, but snakes bite and they swallow their prey, but this slashed it.
Hmm.
It could be a giant centipede for what it looked like too.
I don't.
So
Well, I couldn't
Giant
tell because I've
centipede?
never seen tracks like this before.
I don't
You're
know,
very
James.
familiar with the creatures in the area.
Yes, I hunt them all.
But I don't know Jim, so instinctively I want to know if he's being truthful, so I want to do an insight check.
Go for it.
9 plus. What? No,
Plus what?
I want to 0, but no,
About 0, okay.
No, hang on. I want to say from the beginning, this is a mistake. I should have proficiency on it, so I'm going to fix that immediately. So it would be plus 5.
I think it says 0. Okay.
The one that I sent you, did it have insight on it?
I looked at them, but I wasn't really
Okay,
fully look at them. What we did last time, I'm gonna make it simple. I'm not gonna make it hard. I'm just gonna make it simple as possible.
can I check to see if this creature has any form of?
Yeah, it says Arcana here. I shouldn't have Arcana. So
Well,
if I said it like that, it was a mistake.
Okay, we'll go through them next week and we'll see from there.
Sounds
Any
good.
kind of magic. Yeah, I'd like to do an Arcana check.
Go for
to
it.
see
Well,
if,
Yeah, definitely, of course. You
to
can
see
definitely.
if there's any magic, if it's still alive in any way, if there's any life left in it. And
Oh wait, was he telling me the truth?
Yeah.
this is a 19 plus. So
19 plus.
is there any life left in this? Is there any magical?
It looks like like as you inspect it, it twitches a little bit, like there's something, but not really, and like there's something, but it's not. It doesn't look like it's alive, and there's no magic whatsoever. But when anything you know, it moved a little bit.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I would be cautious. Do not approach.
But we're already covered.
Yeah, but we haven't touched it yet.
Maybe that's
Okay, I haven't touched it yet, and I'm not sure if I want to keep hanging around. I don't trust it. I feel very uncomfortable around.
Yeah, I thought like, it could be a bowel movement, or when something dies, bowel moves or something like that. It could
I
be
saw
anything.
the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it.
As you're really
So
inspecting the magical aura about it, you're
What
not checking what really is happening with this
Yeah.
third creature, human. As you don't really can tell, but this creature, this is a different kind. It looks like it's fast. It has like speed on it, on his side.
Does anyone have any fire?
I was gonna
I
say
do.
my personal opinion is that we
Yep,
should
this one.
probably
It
burn
definitely-
the carcass.
It looks like his speed, claws, and the mouth looks.
I mean, unless-
It looks like he has side talents to bite things and pull them to his mouth like a crab, like adapted crab-like stuff, different things. So it's a beast that humans have never seen before.
Should
But-
we burn it?
I can do. You guys want me to poke it with a mage hand? See what's going on?
I mean, yeah. If you got mage hands,
As long as you don't touch it. And it doesn't
So I wanna conjure a mage hand.
Mhm.
It's a cantrip and
Yeah.
And I'm going to I kind of move the area that's moving. Like like I'm going like what I mean, like this.
As you move it
Understand.
around, in the inside of it, there's a larva. That's,
Oh boy,
The-
I let them know.
it looks like when things are rotting, larvae are just coming out. But it looks like your hand size. Doesn't look small. It looks like your hand. How big it is.
Since I know that he remembered the creature, is it possible
I have.
for it to be something inside their body that's innocent? In other words, that it ate something and it's still alive in there?
No.
It
Well, I
doesn't-
don't know. DnD typically
Doesn't
is possible.
seem like it.
Yeah, I
It's-
guess
it's-
so. I guess so.
I'm going to.
Jim never seen this happen before. He never seen it.
I just don't want to blow it up.
He's been
before I
looking.
know.
He's been looking for this monstrosity, but he never caught anything like this.
You know,
before.
maybe it's
I'm
the
going
person
to be-
inside there.
He always seen like cats and dogs mixed together,
I wanna-
like half dog, half cat kind of monstrosity that ate each other,
Mm-hmm.
but
I see.
never this many in one.
I say if something morphs into a creature, I don't want to try to pull it out and rescue it.
But I'm saying I don't want
It's
to
still
blast
trapped.
it.
It's still trapped in the cage, but definitely it's bars. It's not a fenced cage. It's just bar.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the-
that, you can put your hand and grab whatever and pull it out.
The larva, does it look like it's down past the wound? Like there's a severing where it was cut, and then is it inside the wound?
Like it's inside the wound, like under the skin, was traveling inside under the skin. And then as you lift up with mage and the skin to see where everything was moving, the larva pops out of the side and looks,
I'm telling
and
you,
it starts moving through the organs.
we need
Let's
to
burn
destroy
it.
this.
Yeah, let's burn it. My theory is that it was killed by a larger zerg, and then that zerg laid an egg on its body. It only bit off a piece of it so it could get whatever substrate it needs from the DNA of this creature, and then laid an egg on it so that the egg could eat the rest of it.
Yes, or it is faking its death to come into this town and take over more creatures.
That is a possibility.
So
We
we
don't know
should
the
burn
full
it.
extent of this creature's abilities.
Yes,
so.
it looks scary to me.
Another option is to let the townspeople eat it because they're hungry, but I think it's a bad option.
Then I think we need to go on
Definitely
the
a bad
boat
option.
and get
Not
out.
a good action.
So what do you guys think? Can we burn it?
It's
What does
fine.
the town think? What does Jim? Jim, what do you think?
Jim is just like pondering what you guys saying. He's listening and just looking at the monstrosity.
Well, he has some experience with this.
I've been hunting them. I've been looking for these things. I heard stories of what like cats and dogs mixed together. Two-headed cat, two-headed dog, dog, cat, bird, snake. But this is I've never seen this many monsters in one.
Have you seen it move, Jim? Is this the first time you saw
This
the
is
larva?
the first time that I've never seen anything. Probably it might be a reproductive. It might be reproductive. I don't know.
Well, we'll
But-
leave it up
but
to the
it-
town people, but to
As he's
decide.
looking, he's poking the insides, and it looks like it doesn't look like he has a sex. It doesn't have male or female. Doesn't look. It looks like it disposes what it eats, and that's it.
Well, I suppose we can blast it with something, and if it was an innocent whatever in there, we could always try not to kill it.
So it doesn't have any reproductive organs?
It doesn't look like it has reproductive organs. It doesn't look it's reproductive, and it doesn't look as sex.
It just looks evil and hideous.
It is hideous, and it's a monstrosity as you've
Yeah,
never seen
with
before.
larvae slithering in its body to come out. I feel as though it's evil.
Well, I don't know about evil per se, but I do think it is a danger to the town.
Mm-hmm.
Destroy it.
Yes.
So whatever you guys doing, you cast, you do whatever you want. You have to roll to attack it. If you're gonna attack and move out, you have advantage if you want to attack it.
I asked the townspeople, do you have any oil?
We have old oil we used to cook. It's from the mines. It's explosive. We have a drop. It could be like dynamite, or it could be
That's-
nothing.
That's not the kind of oil we need.
That's all they have. We can pour a little bit on it and see what happens. Hope for the best.
Do you have fire?
Not really. It's not my character's thing. She's more of a, I'm messing with your brain kind of
I
person.
know that I have fire.
I thought Eldritch Blast was fire, that's and it's forest. That's why I said yes, but it's not. It's forest.
As a cat person comes by and is looking over. How tall are you?
I don't know, I haven't figured that out yet, but tabards usually aren't more than like 5 feet tall.
Oh, he passes through and he's looking at what's going on.
And meows.
You just go meow.
And she's licking her paw, and I'm looking at her and thinking, how cute. What color is your cat?
Say orange. Say orange.
No, I'm just kidding.
White and black.
Actually, no. I was thinking like this extra fluffy black cat, like long haired.
Oh, he's a long hair, fluffy,
She's a cat.
a fluffy cat.
Extra fluffy.
Extra fluffy. She's so fluffy!
Yes.
She
No.
just showed up.
She'll show up out of the crowd.
I go like this. Can you see the cat?
The cat looks.
That looks like a person.
Careful, kitty. They're hungry.
Oh. Just checking.
Keep your distance is all I'm saying.
Alright, so
Understood.
do you guys want me to blast it with Eldritch Blast? I don't have any fire.
Does anyone have any fire?
I know that I do. I
Bard. Don't look at me.
in my
I have
backpack.
telekinesis. I can lift it up off the
I haven't
ground
picked this up yet. So
and drop
fresh.
it.
Is that a will? Or
It's that
spell?
strength saving throw.
Is it a spell? Or ability?
Telekinesis?
Is that ability?
No, it's a spell. It's a level 5 spell.
Alright.
You want me to?
I'm just telling you what you. I'm just telling you what you. I'm telling you what you can do. I'm just asking. I'm asking what you guys are doing.
You have fire, right?
Yeah, I do have fire. I'm just trying to find it in my backpack. I know it's there. I have fire, so I'm.
I mean, we do
No,
have
no. I
torches.
want to. See, I need to see the actual spell and what it is.
Okay.
We
You have to be
do.
specific.
We do have torches.
That's what I'm saying. I have a torch.
Okay, well,
You want to do torches?
it's not really gonna. It's
Well-
hard to use a torch to light its entire
Yeah.
body, unless we had some oil.
Oh, I have green flame blade. That's fire.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It'll take a while.
Well, it's the only fire I found.
Okay, well, go ahead and try it.
But
Why me?
No, it's okay.
And neither one has fire.
No, actually, you know
So
what?
we'll
I
stand
mean,
30 feet away, and you just go ahead and poke it in like the back with your fire.
how about I just hit it from far away? I don't want to get that close to it. Wait, Eldritch Blast. It's forest.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Alright, so my mage hand's still there.
okay. So you tell me what you want to do,
I'm about.
and you roll, and you. If you do it from far away, we roll for it.
So
if
I'm
you're
gonna
5
tell-
feet, you don't have to roll.
I'm gonna tell everybody around me that I'm about to shoot at it.
Jim
with
is like,
force.
go ahead. He backs away.
So that everybody knows
Jim, do
about
you have any
that.
fire?
I do not. I have a crossbow.
Okay.
Suddenly I'm on top of the building.
But
Can you
he's
can- oh.
dual-handed hand crossbows. Like an assassin kind of thing.
We don't know what this thing is. Get you ready in case it's
I'm stepping back.
Alright.
something
And he's
crazy happens.
pulled both of hand crossbows ready to go.
Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Except for I'm gonna have to get close.
Go ahead.
I'm going to use a cantrip.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna get close to it.
5 feet. Next.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to shucking grass. Can't take if it hits, it can't take reactions. I'm hoping.
The body, yeah. The dead body. So you're gonna put your hand on the body.
Oh.
You have to touch it.
I know.
You have to put your fingers in it and shock it. That's what are you gonna do.
No, that sounds nasty. As I'm about to, as I'm like this, and I'm just about to touch, all of a sudden, I don't feel.
Yeah.
I think I get
Yeah,
the
here.
feeling that this thing can blow up in my
Here, Heather,
face.
pass it to her.
Jim, can you fire a crossbow shot?
That's
So-
specifically what you're looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
just give it to her.
decide.
Give it to her. Give it to her. Here,
I
yeah.
decide it's not a good idea,
That's
and I
what
back away.
yeah, look at it. Look at it. Look at this thing you've never seen before.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
decide.
look.
Instead of that, how about we perform a dissection?
I don't
Okay,
know.
let's do it.
Yep.
Because that's what I'm curious about.
I will use my medical knowledge, and you will use your mage hand, and we will perform the dissection from afar.
I actually like that idea.
We will open up the inside of its
How far are
organs.
we?
So tell me from what point or
We're
what
behind
point
you, suddenly
Here you
feel
are.
something very soft and furry.
the middle is cut in half and one of the front talon, the top talon is broken off. That one.
This part is cut in half from top.
No, across.
Across like this.
Yeah, right there.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And the egg is where? Inside?
On the top. Mm-hmm. Where the spinal cord is. That's not an egg, it's a larva.
Larva.
Yes, a large larva. Purple, same color skin as the one of the beast. It's dark blacks and purples. That's what covers the beast.
I see. To begin with, try severing the tendon between it looks like a hoof, where the knee would be.
In that case, I give my
So what
mage
weapon are
hand
you using to do this?
a knife.
She's got a small knife.
It comes in a package?
Yes. I only have studying equipment.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that I upgraded was that I have a breastplate. I figured that was reasonable at level 10.
Yeah.
Not much.
If you spend the money, right? You spend the money, right?
Sure.
Yeah, you have 20,000 gold.
Yeah,
You spend
tons
it
of money.
any way you want. For
Okay.
any mundane, any normal,
So I'm gonna
regular
make a
weapon.
note of doing that.
Yeah, and whatever got passed on, you can pass on certain things.
Take,
So anymore, you couldn't pass anything.
breastplate.
Well, hold on. If you remember I remember from the cinematic that Mordred, when you looked at it on the throne, you saw his skin, which means that he was not wearing his armor, and he didn't have his equipment
No,
on.
that's what he actually looked like.
Well, it showed that he didn't have all of his stuff on him,
Yeah, his staff and everything.
and he must have had the Lich King armor, right?
He had the helmet. The armor was like damaged in the process.
Okay, well, I can't use plate now. But the
But-
other stuff should be fine.
No.
Well, hold on. I had a lot of stuff in my saddlebag, which
Oh.
Nothing does evil. This character can use.
my character's not using anything evil.
The horns, the staffs, the swords, they're non-usable.
Okay.
They're relics,
I
My,
like
my character
and-
wouldn't use that stuff anymore.
and they don't have any power whatsoever.
I like where we're going with this, but just so you know, I just remember that studying equipment does come with a flask of petroleum. So we do have a little bit of room.
Well, at the end of this dissection, we can pour it on the top of the corpse and light it on fire.
Sounds good.
What do you want?
So my mage
The
hand
cat
has
just
a
kind
little
of claps.
knife.
You also managing check. We're gonna.
Well, he's doing a medical check. He's telling me what to do, right?
And you rolled your arcana.
Yeah, I don't have arcana. Remember, I corrected that. Right away.
Well, you don't have no arcana, so roll
I have
arcana.
Arcana.
But it's her hand.
Yeah, we're the ones doing the dissection.
Oh.
So arcana,
Unless you have something that can help.
6
6.
plus nothing.
Let me know what I can do.
If you have like a spell.
6 plus nothing. As he's telling you what to do, your hand doesn't look kind of stable cutting. As you cut, you do a little nice zigzag, and like green ooze comes out, and when it hits the cart, it starts corroding the cart, and something comes out of it, and it starts like almost like melting through the cart. As you cut in a certain area, and you feel like it looks like a sack or something.
I rolled a 17. Missing.
Yeah, you're telling her. She knows exactly what to do, but her hand is not complying to touching things, and that's what happens.
So the larva kind of emptied into the cart as something that we cannot identify. And it
The
started-
larva is inside of it, moving inside.
Oh, the
He
larva.
tell you,
What
he
meant was
tell
the blood
you,
came out, right?
like the blood came out, and it looked like
Okay.
it was like wet goo or something. And when it hit the car, the wood just started like bending in, almost like corrosion kind of thing. Like
acidic blood.
like it aged the board really quickly, and like this mixture of whatever it is, it's just really bad.
Okay. So we
And
agreed
and
that-
that thing just sink into the it looks like it's sunk into a hole, and you hear dripping onto the cart.
So anybody that's around me, I make. a
Oh, everybody took a 10-foot step back.
If just well, even more, if they. All right, how far are we?
You just feel something real fluffy on your back.
Just fluff.
As far away as the mage hand will allow.
That because it was so far away. You know, if you're 5 feet, I give you anything. But you can't. If you're more than 5 feet, you have to roll for that.
Okay, well, we can get it a little bit.
30 feet is my time.
That's as far as it allows.
We can walk in like to 10 feet. I doubt it'll splash that far.
Okay. Why do we want to be so close?
Well, he said that the closer we are, the less
Oh.
likely we have.
You don't have to roll if you're 5 feet.
Yeah, yeah, no. We don't
Anything
want
else, you have to roll.
You want to try it again?
Yeah.
All right.
We might learn something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can get 5 feet.
You have to roll.
That thing just melted.
Mhm.
That blood just melted a whole cart.
I know, but we don't have to.
It's just a small section. It just looked like it corroded that board and
Mhm.
started dripping down.
I'm gonna step,
Instantly.
I'm gonna step back.
Our
When
next-
You guys need me. Just say the word.
Our next incision should be along the underside of the body.
On the neck,
Yes.
towards torso.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. So
That's all
So
you guys
let's
do.
see how well you explain how to cut it.
Guidance.
that's an 18.
Yeah, and
And,
you know exactly what to do.
He explained it to me.
Oh, perfectly.
Until I spied
I was
it.
taught very well.
Mm-hmm. Because all healing you require like knowledge of how to heal somebody.
I was taught that very well
Mhm.
in my paladin training.
Definitely.
And Honora, seeing what's going on, she's guiding me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So better. It's 15, thanks to your guidance.
15, as you see the body on the sides laying on the card, you cut open, and you see, and you it's so as you open, everything starts to move like slivers all over, like through it, and as you open the wound, you see like a sack that like it's pulsing. It's almost like inside of the sack,
What is going like inside of the
and
sack?
it looks like it's pulsing inside the
Uh-huh.
sack.
Oh my god.
And something's like inside of it, like look like trying to like a bubble.
Okay.
So, and this is different than the larva.
Yes,
Is the larva resting on top of the sac? Or-
that is. It looked like the sack was like the larva was on the skin and it started moving away when you were cutting.
I see.
So it didn't like that knife.
Most
And now
of
there's
the-
and
It's alive.
inside you see like a sack, like this pulsing, really small pulses.
Mm.
I personally say we either destroy this or we get out of Dodge. This looks dangerous.
Well, I mean, we
We're
could.
in it now.
We always have the option. We could pour the oil on and just light it on fire, but then we won't know what was in the sack because it would just
And I'm
burn the
curious.
sack.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm hanging back, but I'm here.
Can I try?
We can try to cut the sack. open.
Can I try to? Sorry, I'm getting to know my new spells. I apologize. I want to try to detect thoughts to see if anything in that sack is anything that thinks.
Or on the body,
Interesting.
right? Or, so the larva as well, possibly. Or if there's something else.
I think it's
Do you have to
very
target a certain thing? Or just
Yeah,
an
that's what
area?
I'm looking for.
I think it's an area. That would be better.
Well, the target is myself, so let's see how it works.
Oh, well, yeah. So it would. You'd be able to take all of it.
Mm-hmm.
It says creature. It doesn't say.
Creatures are like anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't specifically says what's.
Mm-hmm.
And I can detect but I do have to look at a creature.
Well, you can definitely look at the sack.
So I want to look at the sack, and I want to there's different levels. I can detect the surface thoughts, or I can concentrate even higher, even more, and try to read its mind.
Mm-hmm.
There is a let's see if I can read the thoughts. I'm looking to see if there's a save.
If you probe deeper, the
Oh, there
torch
it is.
must make a wisdom saving throw.
So you don't have to throw a save if I'm just simply trying to read your surface thoughts. But if you want to probe deeper and the creature is unwilling, then there's a wisdom saving throw.
The
So
creature,
I'm looking at the sack, and I'm trying to see if I can detect any thoughts of something sentient or intelligent.
you hear thoughts as it sounds like a voice. It looks like control. It feels like someone's controlling this, like a remote. Like you feel like a voice starting to come back, a mind talking to
Interesting.
this connection of this body. You find there's a link between this and something else. Even though that it looks dead, there's a link to this body somehow.
To the dead body.
To the body.
The sack is connected to the dead body somehow.
Or it's being controlled by something else. Something else is telling it to come back.
Okay. So since I detected some sort of thought, I don't feel comfortable just destroying it, and I let them know that. Because I don't know what it is.
You feel there's life inside death.
And I tell them that. I said, I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something alive there, good or evil.
As you're talking to it, it starts pulling. As you're talking and
Okay.
you're connected to this thing, it starts.
Faster. Okay.
What about the larva?
I can actually ask it questions. It says questions verbally directed at the target creature naturally check the course of its thoughts. So this spell is particularly effective as part of an interrogation. So I may actually ask it something.
More
Um,
or less cares of what you're doing. It's B. It feels like there's something in it, like it's controlling it, but it cannot react because before you look like the damage of the Zerg, it's not. And you hear calling himself. So, he calls himself a Ling. And if you connect whatever it is, circling. That's that's what you hear. As a thought, the word that comes out of this is circling.
Circling.
Will not come.
Circling will not come.
Circling will not come.
So is it like something is trying to send a radio signal to it, but it's damaged? So
It's
not
damaged,
able
so the body cannot return because, and that's what you hear from the mind of the beast that's supposedly dead but doesn't look dead.
to- So it's not dead, but it's incapacitated.
It's incapacitated at this point.
The entire beast.
The entire beast, the carcass damaged beyond repair.
Okay.
You can repair if you want. You want to heal it,
But
I'm
not
gonna
dead.
ask
as you
it-
recutted it already.
It's not
I'm gonna
dead.
ask it if it wants to be released.
And doesn't. You'll hear no response.
Okay.
Circling, not return.
I tell them what I hear, but I don't.
And there's a
anyway,
strong connection between
Okay.
this monstrosity of circling and a mind that's pulling it towards it, forcing it to come back. And the more you try to poke at this mind, and you're trying to find what's going on, the egg starts pulsing higher and higher and higher.
Can you tell where it's trying to go, or where the signal is that's talking to it?
The connection she has is to it, and that's where it's a beacon kind of thing. But the connection she has is to that creature, not to the creature that's coming to it.
Right. I get it, but like,
They're both going into one. It's not going into one and bounces off. That's the way I'm going to interpret it.
makes sense.
But definitely, there's something in here. There's something connecting this beast to something else.
What about the larva?
You want to you have to see a larva, right?
Mm.
To physically see a larva to connect to it, right?
It says creature. It says I have to, look at a creature.
But you see the larva.
Does it say you have to look at the creature?
It says, is this for the
Yeah, you
duration
can
of
see
the game? Yeah.
Within 30 feet.
Yeah, if you cut it open and see a larva, you can connect to it automatically.
Go ahead and read the larva's mind on this one. Or we can destroy that.
I
Or we
don't
can
feel
try to.
comfortable destroying it anymore. There's something in there.
Yeah,
but
there's-
it's live.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's good or evil. Okay, so I try to read the larva's mind.
But you have to cut again. To
Oh
find
no,
a
I
larva.
can actually switch the target using the same spell slot.
But you
it
have to
says-
target it. You can't target it, it's inside the skin. It's under the
Yeah,
skin.
When we
Gotcha.
cut it, it might under.
You're gonna cut?
Sure.
Roll.
What we want to do?
Roll together.
I asked them because we're all
Yeah,
standing
yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
This beast.
So I tell them I
Sure.
feel something's
Yeah,
alive.
this beast has something inside his skin that you're trying to poke at and find what is inside. And you don't know what's inside.
Are you giving
11.
me guidance?
Yeah, it's pretty good. And this certainly has something in it, and you have to find out what it is.
It's same Arcana
Yeah.
or what? 11 also.
11. So you both together, you cut this thing, you see a glimpse of a larva. And this larva, you look at it, and it looks at you and connects to you. And you hear mother.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
No, and you hear mother. Repair, fix, mother.
Do I get the feeling it's asking me to repair the carcass?
It's not.
That's what
it's not
it's-
directly. talking
it's
to you,
it's
but
not
talking-
what it's telling you, it's what you hear
Okay,
what it's
gotcha.
thinking.
Yeah.
Right, that makes sense.
And it's like, as the larva is still moving inside the body, and from time to time you see them rolling over the egg. And the egg starts pulsating as those things are running over it.
I think it's pretty clear the larva is trying to fix the Zergling. And if we let it keep going, it'll restore it back to full health.
How
Or
about
it'll-
the stuff? How about the thing inside?
the thing inside is the Zergling.
It is. It is.
It seems like it's like a cocoon. Like it died, but that's like its escape pod. Basically. That's what I think.
Rainer thinks that seems like a logical idea. He agrees with you. That looks pretty spot on for what you look at it as your survival skills kicks in. Yeah, it looks like it might be multiplating or something, whatever it is, or mutating. Because these things apparently mutate from other animals
Yeah, it might be
or
something like
splitting. I don't know. It could be anything.
might be like a
There's
cocoon.
something else in there. I feel there's something else in there.
We
There's
don't
something
know. And you feel you still struggle.
I let
There's
them know
something
there
coming.
is a struggle. There are two beings here. There's not just one being.
So
But if I'm, if you want, I'm just letting you know that's what I feel.
hold on.
I mean, if we want to destroy it, I'm
I'm-
fine with that too.
It might be useful not to destroy it. We might find more about it if we let it live. But if we let it live, it might go out and
Can we restrain it before it
You
comes
can,
back to full health?
you can throw ropes and wrap it around it,
It's already in a cage.
but it's already in a
That's
cage
true.
with metal bars
the,
that look like a whole like grizzly bear in there. The grizzly bear is not gonna come out.
I don't think it's a sentient like humanoid is. I think it's just a intelligent beast that's gonna try to kill you
Mm-hmm.
and eat things.
And absorb them.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna steer.
And I know from I know things about this creature from my history roll
Mm-hmm.
that it's not something that's supposed to exist. Came from the Lich King, right?
Yeah, and for what you know, this is for what you know from your father's stories of meeting these beasts that suck magic and turn into a cocoon egg, and basically the dead worm that produced the egg, animals been eating it, feeding out of it, and all those animals have been mutating, and they've been evolving to a higher purpose.
I said, I knew we should kill it.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I agree.
But the egg, but it wasn't for the egg, you'll be dead. You'll definitely be dead. Because the egg killed about 400 skeletons coming in by himself.
Why would I
Easily.
be dead? I didn't go near it.
No, but the egg hatched and took damage, about 2,000 damage before he actually died. He was the gate that hold you guys down. If it wasn't for that egg, the swarm of undead would have come into the palace and basically killed you or pushed you off the entire tower. So it wasn't for the egg, you all definitely will be dead.
You mean from before?
Yeah.
He's talking about the egg that she took when it
Oh,
I didn't
giant
take it.
monster.
It was in
And then
what's his name's
Backpack.
backpack.
it killed a bunch of skeletons.
Ah,
when
yeah.
skeletons were coming in, which gave
Yep.
it more time.
So
to
this
get
thing is the thing that came out of the egg.
So I don't know if you want to.
Yep, this is the thing that came out of the egg.
It has enough right to live as we do.
But this thing,
I don't know about
as
that.
its form, it basically forced himself out. And when he forced himself out, he fought for the adventures as long as he could. But the damage he took and all the magic he sucked in, it corrupted his being. And because he was still like a monstrosity that basically ate magic, he basically died and the body became something else. And you know, when there's a carcass, animals feed out of carcasses. So a different animal been feeding out of this thing, and it's been not healthy of a non-alien beast be eating out of it. So, and the will to survive was so strong that basically it evolved, got bigger and stronger. Evolve, got bigger and stronger. Adapt, evolve, bigger and stronger. That's all you're hearing in your mind. Evolve, bigger, stronger.
Alright. Last chance. I guess I'll give it one last chance and say, why should we not kill you?
It doesn't respond to that answer.
Then I'm good
It's
at
not.
hiding
It's
it
not.
and
It's
killing it.
Finally,
imagine intelligence is not that high.
we need to just kill it.
You need the oil?
Well, I mean, we could kill it.
I'm just waiting for you guys to go full circle.
But there's an option.
You're a good character. Play a character.
My character sees a plague here by an evil entity that has corrupted the lands and is going about destroying things. I'm not talking about my butt here, is that if we let it hatch, it might go back to its mother. And then we would be able to figure out where it is and kill it. That would be the only reason that I would see for letting it hatch. And I discussed that plan with the party. Or
It's
we
an
can just
interesting idea.
That was a really good. I never.
It's an interesting
Wow, that's a
idea.
really good off the box.
So-
That's definitely a good plan of finding this beast and tracing it back to our origin.
Right, because right now we have no
I'm
idea.
good with
There's
that,
this
I'm good
huge
with
map here, and we have no idea where this thing is. This
Nope.
big thing. So
Yeah.
if we could trace it back, we have at
And
least
he
know.
and he tells Jim Braden tells you Umoja
Umoja.
Umoja.
That's where he
Right
found
in
the
the outskirts of the forest on the south, that's where he found it.
body. Okay.
He didn't find it in the forest, he found it outside the forest.
Jim, what do you think about my plan?
Better plan we heard so far. This is I'm ready to go.
Okay, because
Well, we need a plan B.
this is our only plan. I mean, if we kill the thing,
Okay, but
we
we
got
need a
nothing.
plan in case, just to be on the ready in case it decides to stay and attack.
oh yeah. I mean,
So
if
we'll
it
be-
decides to stay in attacks, then that's what we're here for. To kill it.
Okay.
I mean, we
So
can.
I'm for that. I'm for that.
We could just tell all the townspeople to go back into town and then just wait.
As you guys are talking, you see with the last arm, the long tentacle arm that he had, if it turns like flabby, and it looks like it just turns into nothing. Like it has no bone. It just falls and it just starts going flat like a pancake.
I think we should direct the townspeople back into the town, and then we should be.
Everybody's surrounding this thing about 30 feet
Yeah,
away.
I don't
Everybody's
think-
just like amazed at what's going
I
on.
don't think that's a good idea. You people need to go back into town. This is dangerous.
No, we want to know what's going on. We want to know. We want answers. Everybody's screaming, yelling.
This is an incredibly dangerous situation, and anyone that cannot fend for themselves needs to get
This
back
is what
into
I
town.
tell my mother.
Needs to get back into town, lock your doors, and stay there. I get an 18 total persuasion roll. I plus 7.
Whoa. Everybody's fighting you, but they're like the sheriffs and everybody's like reporting in town, so it's pulling people back. And everybody's like started going to the windows, and I'm looking over the windows, trying to find out what's really going on.
Which is a natural inclination.
Yeah, like they're like in the second floor, like at the saloon, in the second floor, the balconies, they're looking over,
So
and
these
they're
look.
like, yeah, everybody's looking. Everybody's looking. You can go back inside, but won't stop them from looking.
They can look all they want as long as they're not in the vicinity of the creature when it hatches. I think we should do the same thing so that when the creature comes out, it doesn't look at us and tries to fight us, because that would, get rid of that. That wouldn't help our plan. I think we should go back inside, and then when the creature comes out, it turns a direction.
We pretend that we're not watching it.
Well, I mean, we pretend that we're not there, so it doesn't know that we're there, and then we can watch it without us knowing.
Yeah, Franklin is looking. Franklin's watching. You know, you're Franklin.
Oh, hey Franklin.
Hey, Franklin.
You would know Franklin.
He was from the hurricane. We were
Yeah.
stuck with them for a while.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
So yeah, it comes up, and then all it knows is it has to go back to its mother, and then we just track it. It goes off, and we track it.
Okay.
And we got Jim Raynor, best tracker around.
Yeah, he is. He definitely know what his thing looks like.
What do you think, Jim?
Hey, I'm game.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So when
Just
everybody
using the restroom.
will take a small break until everybody comes back.
Right here.
Everybody?
Okay, because I seriously need some help with my character. Bards apparently are meant to be built from like fucking scratch, apparently.
And control
Oh, nice.
Heather.
What?
They need to get the censoring.
Yeah.
I said, for it too.
Yeah, but she's just
Well, no, seriously, because it's literally a lot of this stuff is just here, pick 3 random things. I'm like my skills, it's literally just pick any 3.
even
There's
better.
like 20.
Well, what skills
I mean,
do you have
because
so far?
I'm a Tabix, I automatically get perception and stealth. Otherwise, I haven't picked anything yet.
Well, help her out. Come on, guys. Give me a hand.
What are your highest stats attributes?
Well, it's gonna end up being charisma and dex.
Okay.
Just, because of what I am.
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is currently 8. That was my dumb stat.
Okay.
I am truly a
Sorry,
cat.
someone, you told it wasn't flashing, but I get it.
Well,
I
you
guess I'll wait for a
already
little
have some of the.
Oh my
Of
god,
course,
right?
it doesn't help that I haven't picked a background. Which
So
makes me too, but-
she's trying to pick her spells.
The
Okay.
best
No,
one is
Skills.
right now it's
Skills.
skills because with
And-
bards it's pick any 3.
Oh yeah, Mark's
good
gonna
ones
lie.
for this campaign, I would say, would be
Well,
acrobatics.
let's everybody as a team.
Uh-huh.
You guys are adventurers.
Workout?
Work her out.
How about-
Tell them what you guys don't have and what she can have anything.
Okay.
So what you guys don't have and you think you're weak on, and then she can
Now,
jump in.
please note, because I am a Tabix, I do get perception and stealth off the bat. Right off the
Cool.
bat.
What are your stats on what are your modifiers? Your intelligence, your wisdom.
Well, that's the other thing because right now this is still technically a level 1,
Okay.
not a level 10 yet, and I have 3 stat upgrades that I can do unless I choose to take a feat.
Right.
But because I'm a Tabix, I get basically what I did was I went 10 strength, 14 dexterity, 13 charisma, 12 intelligence, 8 wisdom. I had a dumb stat something, and 15 charisma. I get a +1 to charisma and +2 to dex.
So you have
So
double
I've
16.
got 16 dex and charisma.
Well, acrobatics would be the first thing.
On stealth, you already have it.
Yep.
Sleight of
Sleight
hand
of
would be
hand.
nice.
Yeah, no one else has it, right?
Nope, I don't have it.
Her fluffy puss, they grab thing really softly. You don't even see it coming.
No, seriously, I don't like this puffy black cat that's just like, man.
There are some situations that could be pretty useful for the non-senses.
Yeah, when I saw, look, I think this is one that I did a while ago. I don't know why I had, but as you see, I fixed it right away.
No one here has.
I have 0
performance,
intelligence and it's
so that could be
12. This
As a
this should be here
distraction.
and this should be here. And then inside, it's important that I have it because
Nobody
you know,
typically takes performance.
obviously inside it.
Yeah.
So it made no sense that I
I
didn't
also
have
don't
it.
have
It's
the
fine.
So I fixed it and then I took out Arcana. I erased it.
You take a
I don't know why I
big
did that.
reference here.
But that makes that it didn't make sense the way it was. So it
Intelligence
makes
is
sense now.
Intelligence, I have a 12.
Oh, okay.
That's no bad. That's a one.
And
I mean, you have, of course, you also have to remember this is just my level 1
Yeah.
stats. I haven't done the 3 upgrades yet.
I suggest investigation and nature.
Arcana, I don't know if anybody has that. Stacy does, and I
My top
don't.
3: acrobatics, investigation, nature. Those are my
And you're a bard, so
and then performance would be my 4th for you.
are you gonna go max 17 to something to 20? You definitely can.
I'm not sure. Where was my paper?
Those are my suggestions.
We're gonna let that
I was
thing hatch?
originally
I went to the
thinking.
restroom. Is that what we're doing?
What?
We're letting it hatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're ready to the egg to hatch.
I
mean-
convinced the town to go back into their homes. They're
You know
watching
where-
from their homes. But
No.
yeah, but we're gonna have the egg hatch, and then we're gonna track the egg back to his home.
Okay. I should have asked if the creature has intelligence 3 or lower, the spell doesn't do anything. Should I? This is a long ass spell. So I'm trying to read it quickly.
I mean,
Yeah, so
let me see if I can grab a quick background here, because I know those always give you something.
if you have 5, I'd say acrobatics, investigation, performance, sleight of hand, and nature.
You know, the book said, I noticed this the other day, that you can basically make your own background as long as you follow the format. And in that case, I would encourage people to make like their own backgrounds.
I mean, I typically
More
do
customized.
anyway.
That makes sense.
I just use the stats from whatever's closest.
What have we gotten to in my?
She's picking her
Practice.
skills. You didn't miss anything here because Carol went after you.
And what you missed while you were gone was that we decided to persuade the town to go into the building. They could continue to watch, but they had to go to protection, and that we
And
too
if
were
I
going to
take
do that.
entertainer, I get
And
acrobatics and
Let the
performance
creature
as my
leave,
background.
Yeah.
find its parent, and that we would then be able to follow it stealthily. That's our plan.
Now, I hate to be
That's good background.
the greedy one here,
Huh? It's good back.
Background.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
but I hate to be the greedy one here, but what is your motivation to do this? No, oh, because you guys are good.
I personally wanted to originally kill it,
Yeah.
but I thought it was an interesting idea to
I'm looking
let it go to its, its controller, so that we could find the
is there
controller and
any,
destroy the controller.
Adventure, helping the world, being great heroes.
Well, I'll go along for now. See if any of this triggers my
17.
memory, but
I just see a man on a horse coming into town.
Wait, what?
A man in a horse coming to town.
name Friday.
He's full armored head to toe, and he comes out of the horse, and the horse looks like relieved that this guy is awful. It looks like the most wiser horses, big, humongous, like it's like a war horse.
Like a Christ.
But this guy comes out, and you hear pure metal clink as it hits the floor,
This guy sucks his stealth.
and he has no stealth whatsoever. You hear him a mile away, as he has a humongous double long swords on his back, double sides and both sides. He walks towards you guys. Who's in charge here? Jim says, I'm the one that caught this thing. And he says, I'm Artus Menks. And I'm here for this creature.
What's his name?
Artus
Oh.
Minx.
Thanks.
I thought you said Arthas. And I'm like, whoa. We killed that dude.
So he is wearing a ton of armor, has 2 huge swords, and wants to know who's in charge.
And Jim says yes.
Arc. ARCTURSU. Men. Men. GSK. Menks.
Okay.
Arcturus Mengs. I'm gonna see. Well, I can't even see the names anymore.
We got it.
And he said, I come for this creature. I heard this beam is been killing things. And he said, do you have any proof of this? And he says, no. I caught it dead, but apparently something's living inside of it. The adventures over here are being dissected in chicken. And who gave you permission to look at this beast?
Yeah.
Is he asking?
Is he talking
Yeah.
to us?
Yeah, he's talking to all of you.
Well,
So,
I mean,
I
You're
that,
not
What would we
it's
need
in our
permission?
town. It's in their town. They have permission. They have jurisdiction.
This is
Give
my
me-
jurisdiction. I own this town.
You own
I
this?
own every town here.
On whose order?
I'm from
Does he? I asked one of
Yeah.
the random town members.
Yeah.
the
Do you
random
know
town
this
members.
guy?
The random town members put their hands down and just like they're bowing down. They're saying nothing. They don't even speak back.
So I asked him, who gives you power over these lands?
The magistrate. Magistrate gives me power as a sheriff to do as I wish wherever I go. Magistrate, they all serve the magistrate. And now you're in my land, and you need to serve me because you're in my land. And you need to start serving the magistrate too. That makes sounds like overpowering.
Does this guy look strong?
He's fully armored, and he does dual long swords, and he can definitely. It looks he has the one that can decapitate you if he quits. It looks like
A Vorpal.
a Vorpal. Yeah, he has a Vorpal sword
Interesting.
in one of his swords.
Does Jim seem to
So
know this guy?
Jim is like, whoa! We don't have to be naming names or pointing names to anybody here. I was sent to hunt for the magistrate, and I got it back what I found. This is what we found. There's something living. He grabs his sword, starts poking at it.
The guy in the night?
Yep.
The night?
And he gets really close to it. He grabs his gauntlet and starts scratching it and squishes it.
We used to, as
This thing is dead. It's not moving. What are you talking about?
You started
We
mentioning
explain.
Oh no. Who explains?
Okay.
You mean I explain?
Okay, I explain.
Uh-huh.
I explain. If for the best interest of your majesty, you want to catch other creatures like it that are disturbing the town, don't you?
I see no proof of anything killing. And he pulls the carcass to the side of the gate. He opens his mouth on the side of it. I don't see no live person dead in here or anything. So this thing hasn't really eaten anything. If it eats another animal, what's my problem?
You should back up. The corpse is infected with a possibly parasitic creature entity, and you might get infected too. So
he pulled his gun inside the carcass and he pulled this like slivering thing, and he's like he crushes in the hand, and the body starts like moving. It pulls really fast, but he wasn't really paying attention. His
The
perception.
body or the thing that he was
The
holding?
carcass.
So
He pulled one of the larvae out.
Right.
He said, "This is probably it," and he crushes it in his hand, and the whole body starts shaking violently.
The
But
larva?
his perception is like basically focused on you guys. He didn't really. As he basically looked, grabbed went like this, put his hand, pulled it out, shaking. The body's still behind him. He crushed it right in his hand, his gauntlet, and he swing his hand in one shot in one.
I'm gonna take a step back and
is-
take the dodge action.
Is
Yeah,
the,
me too.
Is the
Yeah.
is the acid doing anything to his
No, his gauntlet is not phased by it.
But you're saying the creature behind him.
And
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
notice, behind him, there's the circling creature body starts like. So it starts like shaking in a violent way, like it's pulsing really hard.
Like I said, I take a step back, take the dodge action, and just watch this unfold.
Yes, me too.
Well, I shouldn't do that. But I'm neutral.
I'm not. I
You
mean,
can do it if you
he's
want.
the magistrate. I'm not supposed to. I don't know the rules and the regulations in this town.
he can't see the orb, like the egg. thing?
Yeah, he perception is so bad that he just crushes, turns around like nothing. Like
We tell
Like-
him.
like-
You can tell him.
We
to look
tell him
behind.
that look behind you.
I'm not.
This thing is still moving.
as it's moving, this creature opens up into a larger creature, snake-like.
Can I prepare a spell?
Huh?
Can I prepare a spell?
No, you can't because it's too late at this point. As it pulls out, this lizard creature spiral back.
Told you we should kill them.
I mean,
My
You
character-
were
I-
expecting
My
Jeffrey
character
Dahmer
is
to
amused
come
by
up
this,
and-
by the way.
Huh? What? You weren't expecting Jeffrey Dahmer to come up?
Mr. Dumb Man here to come up and start
Arthur, whatever.
This is what it turns. The being that was inside of it, it turns into this.
Alright. Does he?
Pass it around so everybody can see it perfectly. Don't touch the creature because it's 3D printed. It might be breaking. I'm not really sure. But that's what's inside the actual creature.
does it get a surprise round on Mr. Arturus?
I say yes.
I'll tell you. I'll explain as we go along.
So it's just out now, right?
No, the thing is about 7 to 8 feet tall. That it bursts out this thing, like a rapid evolution.
Mhm.
And one of as evolved he opened, and it's like a snake-like creature with slivers. It lifts its full talon and takes the top off the caravan. Takes it right off, and he looks at Arturus back, like really hostile thing. Doesn't really look at anybody hostile. And you hear in the mind because you're still correcting Hydrolisk, and you hear as he names himself Hydrolisk. There was Hydro, like Lisk, and it started forming itself, and you in the mind you see come, and it looks like something's forcing in his mind, and it looks like somebody calling a puppy. And that thing takes a triple dash and starts snaking to the people, starts sticking to the ground, cutting the ground. The only one that was prepared was Jim.
That's
Taking
right,
both shots,
Yeah,
missing.
he was.
As he slid, throwing the both hand screw, was shooting it, hitting the ground, left and the right of the monster, no slivers, really proficiently. It looks really dexterous as snakes. But the speed as it's carving to the ground is pulling himself and snake-like. And he looks with his hand, is pushing himself farther and farther. As he just dips out it's like dipping out of the gate out of town. He's about 60 feet away from you, straight out of the entrance of the gate where Arturus came.
Well, he seems to be making a.
So
quite
right
an
now,
easy path to
everybody
follow.
Yeah, I was
Has-
thinking that.
He's using
Yeah,
claws
follow,
in the
following
ground,
the path.
and he's got his snake trail. I mean,
Yeah.
this is-
Yeah, he definitely cut in the ground. He's leaving a trail.
Yeah,
So,
this is an easy trail.
Plan,
to follow.
I let everybody know.
So
that
you have
Succeed
one
so far.
action,
Uh-huh.
what to do. Oh, an attack action is too late. If you have range, you can shoot really far range, but you have disadvantage at the range this monster is. And there's that's what you see. And it looks pretty armored, but it evolved into something different.
Armored,
Armor snake with
like armor, like
like his head looked like a carcass, like a stonish. Like he pulled the bone out of the monster and used the bone to make armor on himself.
Interesting.
Ash doesn't feel there's any reason to attack it right now.
No.
It didn't even attack us. And I let everybody know that something's controlling that thing. It was just summoned.
Well, something's controlling this thing. That means we need to find it and kill whatever is controlling it.
Who just said that?
Was that
Did that arrogant guy just say
Yeah,
that?
he did.
Yeah.
And Jim agrees with him. Yes, Arturus. Well, what are you gonna? Hey, we don't do nothing for free. Of course. You bring it back. I'll give you 10,000 gold to split among you. But if for I heard it was coming from Joel.
Umoja.
Umoja. Umoja, this seems like a town of a lot of technologies and stuff like that. And I've always been wondering what is in there. If this creature's going back there, maybe everything is dead. Who knows? But you can find anything important, scrolls of magical weapons or anything important like that, you bring them back. And for everything you bring me, I'll give you 10,000 gold for each one. You know, I'm always interested in the new stuff. They look like tree dwellers. Like it look like monkey people or tree people. They always in the trees and stuff like that. But they have high technology in weaponry. So if you find any important, you know, I'll definitely pay you well. I like adventures. And you guys,
10,000 to bring back. The
10,000 to bring some plans, scrolls, anything information on new weaponry. The ministry is always looking to improve his arsenal, defend himself against any monstrosities. And we're here to clear the world of these monsters. So bring me something. I'll pay you for it. But don't be. I want you to bring it to me. I'll look at it. Don't be snooping around. I don't want no open things. I want closed things so I can look at it myself and check value. You know, don't be snooping around so much. Just bring it to me. You might be dangerous over there. You don't know what you might find.
This
Is it possible?
magistrate doesn't seem to care too much about its subjects.
The magic rules all, and all means too much responsibility. And I'm here to enforce it and make sure everybody's safe. Under my rule, nothing penetrates this armor. Oh, he's above and beyond of full himself.
I look
Yeah.
at what's his name
Really is.
again?
Oh no, he is.
What's your character's name?
My character's name is Morales Matt.
Morales. Well, I look at Morales. Well, when he's
But Morales, you've seen armor patterns before and stuff like you see armor like this. And
well, he's
roll.
also a prince. So wouldn't he know about
Yeah.
I would have been
about
educated in
other
this, right?
royalties in the area, other
Do I get
territories?
advantage? 'Cause
For advantage, of course. Yeah, why not?
Oh my gosh.
Anybody wanna help him out?
Help me.
Yeah, with the
Yes.
guidance.
Yeah, guidance.
It's like a help me.
Bardic inspiration.
Okay, that's better.
It's a,
Guidance
it's
and
a
bardic
D10.
inspiration. Yes, that's much.
Roll a d4.
D4 first. That counts.
It's a
Whatever
four.
it is.
It's better. It's better.
Can't see it.
I can't see it.
Where did it go?
Oh, there it is, right there, in front of the chair.
It's a 1. Of course it is.
So, bardic
bardic
inspiration.
inspiration. Time to help my terrible rolls. I have a 9 so far, by the way.
You
Wow.
There, that's better. 19.
19.
you feel a very fluffy pat on your head.
That's a fluffy pot suits your.
Your thoughts.
This guy's armor is 25 AC. Gauntlets give him a C. Helmet gives him a C. His plate armor give him a C. And his boots give him a C. Everything give him a C.
Wow.
Plus Bopu's sword and a long sword.
This is
The-
artist.
That
Arcturus.
Arcturus Max. Mm-hmm.
He's very.
He's very
close.
tanky.
Tank.
Yeah, he when you need a tank, he is the tank. Like to penetrate his armor, he pulls his helmet down, locks it in, and it's just like you're fighting a tank.
What were we rolling for? What were you rolling for?
History on
His armor, it's not like
his
that.
armor and stuff.
Okay.
And
So-
what about the magistrate? Do I know anything about the magistrate?
You never heard this magistrate. You're in a different land. You never heard of anybody, a magistrate, or anybody controlling. Or this is a new information for you.
Is Arcturus still there?
Arcturus is still there. Yeah, he's right in front of you. But you
So,
get I saw the carriage. The carriage that got destroyed, and he's just like, well,
I say
go
to
kill it.
him, I say to him, you look like a mighty warrior with unlimited resources at your disposal. Why don't you go get this creature yourself?
well, why should you don't want money?
I'm just wondering what your motives are.
My motive is, I'll take care of the problem here. The people get more information. Say, check my next town. Say how everything's going, and then when you come back, I'll come back here and pay you for your services. But if you don't want to work for me, we'll definitely know how to pay you.
No, I'm interested in the work. So in town, there's is there anywhere that I can buy something before we go on our mission?
Oh, you're not talking to Arcturus?
I
Arcturus?
think this is about a character.
No, I'm talking to
Jim.
Jim, check.
Jen.
Yeah. Mhm.
So is there a shop where I can purchase a few things before we go on our journey?
Can I whisper to Jim? Is this guy for real? Is he really gonna pay us? Can I whisper that to Jim?
As you saying with gold armor, yeah, he definitely can pay us.
Jim says if
If he's the sheriff, the majesty gives him all the power and money. You see that horse? That horse is happy with money. That where you think that horse walks so happy? It's not because of his armor, it's because of all the money the freaking horse has.
I want to ask, where can we find him? You said he'd be at the town, but he's got other places to go. Right?
Yeah, he has all the towns to move around. He's probably gonna run out to search whatever.
Serengo.
Serengo. Yeah, I got them all on all those names. So
Where's the capital of the magistrate?
Cornhall.
Cornwall. I see. That is the kind of name I would expect from a great kingdom of Cornwall.
He serves the majesty. They call him Sons of Cornhall. That's why he's called.
Okay.
Like a cultist as a group.
Yep. Oh, there's Cornhall.
Yeah, he's on the circling.
Yeah.
That's where Cornhall is. That's where he came from.
So this whole thing is a town, not a whole area, region. I was thinking it was a region.
No,
This
it's a whole town.
This is the region. The map is a whole region.
Town. This is the whole
grab the
region,
spear.
but
The
we're
spear,
just
right
in a
Spear.
part of the
Yeah.
town, right?
And point at.
This is where we are.
In a region.
A town called Moria
Ah,
Sun.
yes, that makes sense.
In a region, which I guess is called Brown. I don't know.
It's called Brown.
No,
That's what it says over here. So.
No, I was gonna put brown colors and mountains,
Yeah.
blue
What's
and
the name
water.
of the region?
Like a legend.
Region?
The Magistrate Zone.
Middle Earth.
Yeah, the magistrate zone. That's it.
The zone.
Iron is the whole area.
Okay.
Iron
Alright.
is called everything.
And which direction are we going? Which direction does the creature go?
Looks like east northeast.
Okay.
It seems to Umoja.
Understood. Is there anything you guys want to do before I go to the shop in town?
I'll go with you.
I mean, I would like to go to the shop, but considering I barely finished my character, I have no idea what I'm getting. Other than I can get medium armor and a scimitar.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Can we
Well,
just
you
say
know
that
what?
we went to
Sometimes
town
impulse
and then
shopping
next
is the
week
way
we
to
say
go.
This is what I bought.
Well, no,
Mhm.
as
Can we just say
a
we went to town and then
part
next
of
week?
the
This is what I bought.
College of Swords,
Yeah.
we get proficiency
great.
with medium armor.
Oh,
Okay.
Bill,
Instead of the light
Connor,
armor we
guys.
normally do.
Excellent.
We could just say that we went to the town and the merchants, and then next week we'd say this is what I bought.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
we just look at the player's handbook and think.
Sure,
a lot
that
of those aren't
sounds
official
good to me.
documents.
Yeah,
Do you have time to think,
far.
look,
So far, the only equipment I have are my claws. I
Okay.
can claw people.
Do we have our equipment from my character came with?
Yeah, he said that earlier.
Yeah.
We
I'm
have
sorry,
like,
I
all
missed.
of our,
I
Pretty much, you're the only one that has all the equipment from.
Because you stay the same. Everybody
Yes.
else is
Everybody else, well-
starting equipment, and you have
You might
20,000
have done
gold
some hand me
Yeah.
to
downs.
buy whatever you want. Non-magical, you can buy whatever. You can buy every kit.
Sorry, what was that?
non-magical.
Non-magical. On the player handbook, anything that's in there, that's regular weapons. Long sword, axe, dual hand crossbows, longbows.
Bag of holding.
None, not even close.
wish. I wish.
Yeah.
Sorry, how much?
20,000 gold
That's
pieces.
what we got for our reward.
Your money got passed down by your aunt, Tani.
I'm a Tabex. How is Tani my aunt?
Monkeys,
Have sex with cats all the time.
yeah, it can happen any kind of way.
I've heard the stories.
So,
They're all related, but they're related.
are you guys ready?
But basically
Yeah,
by the
let's get it done.
human family members.
No.
Get it done.
I'm actually a good friend of her mom. Because I'm a bard. Her mom was a bard, you know.
And when Tani passed, she didn't really have any kids, so she found
Tani
she,
retired. She
Not even.
passed.
Yeah, she didn't pass. She's just retired. She's just too old to be a
She's
as you took care of her when she at her old age.
I'm like
She
the daughter of a
basically
good
she
friend of
paid
her
you a
mom's.
well sum.
There you go.
There we go.
Do you have my D4? Unless you need it, you can have it if you want it.
I'd be first.
You have it? Okay.
Yeah, basically I'm Tani's best friend.
Mhm.
We grew up together on the
Yeah.
road.
What's about?
This is what my character looks like.
Ooh. Pass it. Go to heaven.
I'll print you a color one later. I printed it at work, which I shouldn't be doing. But we only have.
Oh, I print full books. Don't worry.
Well, I'm a lot more careful at work than.
Look, everybody. This is what she looks like.
Oh, he doesn't
Yeah.
have to be. It's a school.
Well, I do. Everything I do is public record.
Hannah,
So
Can
this
you pass
picture
me?
is not public record.
Can you pass me a charger?
Which one?
Whatever. A charger.
Oh, one of the charger
Yes, please.
portables?
Mhm.
Here, let me see.
So,
So that's what happened.
well,
If you notice, like snake-like talons, kind of beast.
Seems
It,
to be
it,
the theme.
it seems kind of familiar, kind of beast.
Mhm.
A smaller version of it.
I see.
From a building moving to a 7 feet tall, it's really nothing.
Yeah, if I recall,
So
that was a tough
Jim
creature to
said,
kill.
it's interesting.
You didn't kill it. It helped
Oh,
you.
that's right. That's right.
It helped
Yes.
it was a tough creature.
It was a
to kill,
tough. Yeah, it was a
Let's
tough
go.
Yeah,
creature to kill.
for 20,000 skeletons that came in, he killed almost every single one.
Well, I hope it remembers that I offered to release it. I don't know if that'll help.
All right. So what are we doing, guys? Are we gonna follow it?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go. So we're in.
So are
movement.
you walking? What are you doing?
How far is
How far is the motion?
Emoja? It's about a day's ride.
Can I take
Right.
a boat? Any water?
is there water around?
There's like the horses drink out of water. You can you can fill your thing there.
No,
Oh,
no,
so
no.
my
We
boat.
mean water as in the boat.
And we just got here by boat. I mean,
We just got
You're
here.
in land.
we're on the.
Yeah, point out what's going on.
We are on in
Everybody
a
look-
port city, basically.
Right.
So we just got out of the ocean. Umoja is further inwards towards the.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so we're inland. That's so boat sits in the mooring.
It sounds like we need to get steeds.
Yeah, we need horses.
Seems like it.
Are there horses in the town?
They're definitely horses in the town. Well, they look really old and rickety. They look
they?
like regular horses. They don't look like any war horse or anything. It looks
Yeah.
it looks like a normal, not even a riding horse. It's just like a horse.
I should have gotten fine steed.
It didn't.
I specifically didn't get fine steed because Mordred had it, and that was like the base of his character.
Well,
And Eric Paladin should have fine steed.
yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
Follow his actual steps.
Maybe I'll get it later. Maybe I'll summon Flicker Blood.
Yeah.
The
No, Flicker Blood's not coming back. You don't get Flicker Blood.
You had it with Flicker Blood?
Oh, Flicker Blood got annihilated so many times. His spirit
Flicker
is
Blood
like,
spirit, he just goes back and he'll come back.
yeah, you don't get Flicker. You might get his brother, Blood Flicker.
I don't know his brother.
I think what I'd like to do
That is like
is
reverse.
I guess it makes sense that his.
It won't be a horse camel. It'll be a camel horse.
It was a camel horse
It
earlier.
was a camel.
was a
horse.
Oh no, it's gonna be a horse camel.
It was a camel.
Blood flicker.
Flicker blood belongs to Morgan anyway. He's not my steed.
Hey, it says here you can also use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. That's exactly what I was trying to do.
I know. That's why I told you to read the spell.
I was, but look at how long the explanation is, so I didn't want you to wait. So I was just kind of scanning through it really quick.
Well.
Can I, should I, okay, so you say the steeds here are pretty raggedy looking.
Yeah.
Do they look like they could make a day and a half ride?
Yeah, 100 gold pieces to let you ride it.
Okay, so.
But will they make it? That's the more important part.
Should I do like an.
It's questionable.
It's questionable.
If it gets attacked, it's a horse. It's gonna take a lot of damage.
Okay.
It's not armored. It has nothing to defend himself.
Is there any other form of transportation in this
Yeah,
town?
anything,
There's a mule that pull carts. You can have a mule.
Do you want to take a try to how much does a mule look like it's in better health?
Yeah, it goes almost the same speed as a human.
Doesn't Jim have a massive cart with like 2 woolly mammoths?
The cart is destroyed.
Okay, but he still has the mammoths.
Yeah, the mammoth. There's no cart to pull in town.
Let's just hop on the mammoths. They got plenty of room.
Yeah, the mammoth.
Can we take the
But he can walk next to the mammoths and just walk. The mammoths are just walking speed. They have 30 feet speed.
Well,
They only can go 60
how fast is the horse?
or 60. They're 60.
well,
I think I'd like to at least, unless
get
there's
the
a
horse and see how
faster.
fast they go.
Yeah. And I mean, I'd like to
The
purchase
donkey
2
will go
horses.
40 and the mammoth will go 30.
I'd actually like to purchase 2 horses in case my one dies.
So one's gonna pull the other.
Well, actually,
If one dies, then I just let him go and then hop on the other one. But in the meantime, I'll just sort of let him tag along and carry all the supplies.
Very true. That's a good idea. So one will have to bear all the weight.
So I got 2 horses.
Okay.
So
2 of the finest steeds.
So how much money? I need. How much money you have right now?
I have 20,000 gold pieces, but I'm not going to tell you that. I'm just going to ask you how much they are. How much are these fine steeds?
Oh, 200 gold pieces.
They are, the 200 gold pieces are yours.
Subtracting rental fee.
Yes.
And
this is a rental.
A rental fee?
This
Yeah,
is not even
I
a
don't
horses.
own the horses?
no, there are horses. Why we gonna? This is a rental fee. We don't
Well,
know.
if the horse dies, do we have some sort of insurance policy? Am I
You
going
bet,
to be...
if the horse doesn't come back, no, he's gonna get $100, 100 more gold pieces, 50 for each for insurance purposes. You
Okay.
get those 100 back
Okay, so if I
if you
give-
bring the horse back.
So you're saying you want a $100 deposit
I
plus
want
the
$100 deposit because I don't know what's gonna happen to my horse.
but if the horse comes back, then we get our money back.
You get 100 back.
Half of it.
All right.
No, it's
Fine.
it's 100 for rental and 50 for deposit.
So,
He needs to make profit. I mean,
okay.
Can I just
all
buy
right.
a horse? I mean,
he'll sell you a horse for 500 gold.
it's,
No, I'm just
I'm
going to
not
rent
buying
mine.
I'm not buying this
A horse
raggedy
for
ass
500.
horse.
Yeah,
it's a raggedy horse, and
it's a
it's like
raggedy
10
horse.
times what it
Woo! A new scholar has joined the group and definitely joined the adventures. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it. Woo-hoo-hoo! Everybody, go Huzzah!
Huzzah!
I love people joining. Thank you very much.
So I took the 100 down.
100? I said 150 for rental fees too.
Yeah, and I'm getting 2
Yeah.
horses, so...
What is the name of this horse renter?
They call it mapping.
Mapping? Yeah.
His name is
I'm gonna have
mapping.
a
They call map.
I'm
They
gonna
call
have to talk
mapping.
with him later.
Yep.
Man's got to make a living.
Yeah, he needs to make money.
Yeah, like wow.
150 smacks for a whole horse?
Mapping? I'm gonna have to talk with mapping later.
I'm pretty happy with the deal.
Hey,
If the horse dies,
Yeah, you have a second- you have a
I'm covered.
and you have
Horse
rental.
dies, you're
Yeah.
out 200
No, she's out only
100.
50.
I'm only out 50 per horse.
It's 50.
I'm pretty certain to come back with at least one horse.
Alright, let's see.
I got my odds.
My experience with Heroes campaigns is our horses never last.
Well,
And if they don't die, they're just gonna run away and we'll never
Or they
find
get
them.
stolen.
I don't know that I'm going to feel a lot of
Let's
pain
see.
with $100 loss.
I'm gonna buy a camel. I don't know. I just seem to. It,
I didn't
it
know
calls to
camels
me.
were for sale. So we're going to be going speed 60. What is a camel speed?
The camel speed is 50.
Oh,
Camels
so every couple of hours, you're going to be another 10 paces, sort of lumbering along.
Yeah, but once we get into the sand, I'll blow right past
Oh,
you.
all right. So I guess
Are we
there's
going
sand
into
on
sand?
this journey.
What kind of terrain are we going through?
Well,
You
it's
can
a
ask
tough, it's a
some
tough
people.
terrain, but remember, welcome. How more people are joining? I love it.
Sweet.
You remember you're looking for a hydralisk. The hydralisk it's heavy tail wise, and he slivers around the ground. The terrain is a tough terrain. For human feet, it's tough. For horses, they can run over it faster.
What about kitties?
Kitties, can you run that fast?
Couldn't you just get on one of the horses?
Cats are fast.
Or do you just want to?
Feline agility, double speed until end of turn. But then I gotta kind of stand still for a turn.
So you got
So
both
I
for
run 60
sleeping
feet.
for one move. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's fantastic.
Well, I don't want my pretty horse is gonna die on me.
Yeah, but nobody said they were going to die.
Hey Heather,
They're old. But
say hi to Jeff. Cheers the hell.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey Jeff, how you doing? Woo! Good to see good friends.
Heather, nobody said the horses were definitely going to die.
Well,
You just said
yeah, I just
they
say
were
for insurance
And
purposes.
I bought an insurance policy.
Yeah,
which
it's
it
50
does
gold
keel
pieces.
over.
It's 50 gold pieces for insurance purposes for the horse.
Yeah.
Because you're hunting a monster and you're sending horses out there.
Yeah. We gotta be
The
strong.
rental fee is 100. The deposit is 50 gold pieces.
I will get a horse. I will rent a
Yes.
horse.
If not, you have to stay behind because you won't be able to catch up.
And use your own energy to walk.
And the horse will definitely will take no two riders. Definitely not have two riders. Two riders, you have to have two small creatures to be able to be riding together.
My character is ready to go.
Yeah,
She's
mine
kind of
too.
tired of waiting for everyone,
Alright,
so she's gonna go in the
one
tavern and
Oh,
stuff.
Yeah.
righty then. Everybody's ready to settle.
Yes.
I'm just gonna sit with my friend and drink.
Hey.
Are we on the
Guys,
road?
a question.
Yes.
Does that $150 also give me a saddle
Oh, it comes with a saddle.
It's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, it's
and
a...
shapes?
Well, definitely comes with a saddle and reins too, so you can pull it. Not by the hair.
I mean, I'm assuming it's a full-blown riding dog.
It's not a dog. Definitely not a dog.
There are riding dogs, but you have to be like a gnome in order to ride them.
Yeah, you have to be like a halfling or a gnome to ride the riding dogs.
Kobolds can ride them too.
Well, and the best part is, I bought the perfect map for this situation. Woo-hoo. You guys are getting a brand new map.
Wow.
So just in case, I'm assuming that we're loading up with enough provisions for the horses too. And as
Oh, you want to
water.
pay extra for provisions for the horses?
Well,
we
we
have
have
to have
water
food.
and food.
Oh, you can buy provisions,
And
definitely.
I've got a horse that will carry some of the supplies.
Yeah,
How long do we think this journey's gonna last?
it's a day's ride
Uh-huh.
to get from one point full speed to get one point to another.
10 minutes to kill the monster.
10 minutes to
kidding.
kill 10 minutes and take whatever how long and take another day's ride. Depends. It might be 3 days.
Then I'm gonna buy 5 days rations and water for my dog.
For your dog.
But
Why you have a dog?
I don't know for
Why
my horse.
you keep having a dog. I understand you have a dog.
Okay, for my horse.
It's a
One day
dog.
in and then you realize you bought dog food and the horse food.
Yeah.
And there's no horse in the
Of course,
dog.
sorry.
Looks at you like, wow, this is.
So
not
how
good.
much do you know off the top of my head how much that is, or do you know?
For provisions from this town, is 25 gold pieces per provisions for the horse
For 1 day?
for all 3 days.
Oh, 3 days.
All is 25 gold pieces.
25.
That's only for the horses, not for you
So
guys.
I don't want to cut it short, so I'm gonna go 6 days. So that'll be 50.
Okay?
Even though it's expensive, and I'm giving them a dirty look.
Yeah, you get apples, carrots, different things
And I'll
that.
need it for 2, so I'm taking for
So that's 50.
yeah. So that's 100 for me.
100? Yeah, go for it. Pay 100. So
Plus
try it for
food
you.
for me. And
Oh, food for you? Because the food for the horses doesn't look yummy for humans.
You should have food for you
Whatsoever.
already. You should have.
Oh, you know what? I do have provisions for myself.
Yes, you get 10 provisions. Each one give like you need to use 3 provisions per day, morning, afternoon, and night. If you're or you can extend it, but you might get tired eventually.
Right.
But everybody has 10 provisions, like rations. It serves you for a good 3 meals a day to be fully health, fully going, not falling asleep or anything like that.
Okay.
That's the best I can give you guys.
All right.
All right.
Alright, I got my you'll be running to a path that looks like this. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
For 3 days for the first one.
So you have to this path is kind of treacherous and everything.
Uh-huh.
And there's different crossings, so basically to get to one point to another you have to make several jumps, take the wood, lead the horse safe across. You can have 2 jumps to like heavy forest, but remember the easier path is going through the logs, try to jump, trying to get to the log, try to jump. It's an easier path to get over the forest. You don't know what's in the forest. As you enter say it again?
Umoja.
Umoja. It's kind of treacherous area. Everything else is open plain all the way down, and it's like a desert. There's like cactuses, hay falling on the ground. Yeah, and it's the heat is not that bad. That will make like horses thirstier that quicker. But it's definitely taking a toll on the horses. So the horses will take time to rest when they get there.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you enter this area, you have several jumps to make. So let's put this on the board for now, and
Can we use acrobatics for jumping, or does that have to be athletics?
the horses have a +2 dexterity. Not you. You're not jumping. The horses.
Oh, the horse is jumping. Oh God, this is gonna kill me.
So, put your characters in any position you want and check how you want to jump it, see how you want to do it.
Side.
This side.
So,
There's you. There's me.
so you see mountainside, you see coming forest per se, and here's the area where the tracks are leading. See those trees? They were cut by slashing.
Heather, here's the. That's not.
Let me see if
my
I can
thing yet.
point out
That's how we bought one.
Map.
How deep is the water? Or is that that's a canyon, right?
It's a cannonball.
Canyon.
I don't have my mini yet, so here
Mm.
it is.
So that's not something we want to go down. Because
Well-
sometimes horses can go down and then go back up, but is this too steep for that?
So,
If it goes down, it'll slide into the water, and it won't be a good sign for a horse in the water.
this is a big drop, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And does the we have to jump?
Can
Or,
we-
or does the
No,
front-
the horse can jump it, but he cannot. You can walk the log,
Okay,
but the horse will stay behind.
okay.
But can we then call the horse over?
The horse can jump, but you have to. It has +2 strength, +2 dexterity. That's the pluses I give in the horse.
So, are you okay, Kevin?
Yeah, I just
That was like a ninja.
So if we walk over the log? Or could the horse jump with us on its back?
You guys decide what you want to do with the
I do
horses.
not
The
want
horse,
to do that.
I don't want to do that.
it's up to what you guys want to do.
Alright, I'm gonna take a. I don't know this horse very well.
Yeah, you don't.
So I'm going to take my rope
Mhm.
and I'm gonna attach it to the saddle.
Mhm.
I'm going to cross the log. Do I have to roll?
Roll. The log looks steady. It looks like a full tree got thrown over.
Okay. And I rolled 15 plus, so I'm good.
15 plus? Yeah, of course. You walk
Okay,
past. You're attaching a rope to the horse.
To the horse's saddle. The point is that I don't want the horse to run away once I get off of it. I don't know this horse. I don't know if it's gonna attempt to get away from me.
Mhm.
So now that I'm on the other side, I'm gonna call the horse and tell him to jump. Like Todd got the thing.
You're tugging the horse.
I'm like, you know.
Like the horse is pushing, pulling back.
I
Like,
knew it. That's why I attached it to the
like
rope.
the horse looks like it has to be encouraged to jump. Doesn't wanna. It looks like it's holding back, like you're pulling it into a hole.
Well, I point out what's going on to them, and I tell them to encourage the horse, and I also encourage them to do the same thing I did and attach a rope to the horse.
Because remember, you stop next to a hole. It needs jumping speed. You need 15 feet of movement to be able to jump. But you notice what a horse do. Because I give you that when you're 15, but definitely you cannot. The horse won't jump 5 feet forward. It will jump into a hole. If you slap it, it will just jump into a hole.
How about?
So I just need a running speed.
It needs running speed.
How about this? Send the most dexterous person across the log, and then that person ties one end of a rope around a sturdy tree, and then one at a time we use our horses to jump over the chasm, and each time someone jumps, the other end of the rope is tied onto them. So if the horse fails, the horse goes in the water, but we don't really care about that, and the person does not go in the water.
I'm already on the other side. With
And
the
she
rope.
walked over
Okay, great.
the log.
Oh, no
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's on the side.
Oh,
Yeah.
And now she's trying to get her horse
And I'm
over.
trying to. I attached the rope to the horse because I didn't know if the horse was going to try to run away, and now I'm pulling it, but it's not. You know, he's saying that it needs a running.
During
start.
start, as you try to pull it, it looks like you're going to fall on the horse. And the horse is pulling himself backwards and doesn't want to move forward.
So I give him some slack. With
He
the
doesn't
rope.
go. He doesn't go back. He's still standing in the same place.
Oh. I yell at
Everybody, give me a color. Heather, guess green.
Yellow.
Blue.
Yellow.
or black or red.
I don't think I want to cross here.
Since Celine is a druid and I feel
Here's
she has.
your blue. And your black.
Sounds good.
That's
Since
the horses.
I feel like Celine has the most.
I have 2 horses.
It's the blue.
The most knowledge of animals. I'm gonna ask her if she can try to get my horse to jump, and I'll wait on the other side for the horses.
Anybody has animal handling?
I have not selected my skills.
Well, you can think about what you want to be proficient in, but for what you see, this is what's happening. If you select it, you can have it, but you cannot redo it later.
It should be here. Stacy does.
I have animal handling.
You do have animal handling. You
Mhm.
can definitely pull both of your horses simultaneously and jump with both of them.
Okay.
And you need one roll.
Okay.
Because both will take the same
Wait,
jump.
but before you go over, could you? I did ask her to get my horse to jump.
She can only do her horses because that's too many horses to handle. She's riding one and making the other one jump. That's basically all her animal handling.
She can get off afterwards and do it.
Mm-hmm.
But not
Couldn't I?
right now.
Go back over the log and then.
Just have her go back
On
over
my
the log and do the
horses.
same thing.
And I'll give you advantage because you have animal handling. And you can use guiding inspiration.
17.
You pass. Both horses jump. As you run, both horses leap over the side like nothing, clearing the water, jumping in midair. Both horses touch the ground, safe and sound.
How does something jump in
All right, so then I'm gonna tie them both up to wait for me,
No, I'm over there. Just give it to me. I can hang on to them.
and she's gonna hang on to them, and I'm gonna go back over and help the rest of the crew.
Roll acrobatics, like tightrope.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a 1?
No,
10.
no, but it's not great.
10 total?
Mm-hmm.
You get over almost tripping over the broken branches when it looked like something clawed past it,
Mm-hmm.
and when you try to get across to the other side, you hear as you hear cracks on the wood.
Uh-oh. Do I make it?
You make it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to her horse, and I'm gonna see, or I can take 2 horses. So I'm gonna take hers and his with me, right?
Horsey, horsey, horsey.
And remember, I'm gonna put it right here so you know what you're searching for. It's called a Hydralisk.
Yeah, baby. You got 3 horses on that one.
All right, I got 23.
23. You and her horse jump.
Excellent.
You get over to the other side.
Well, I had grabbed his too,
Uh,
so I took 2 horses with me.
okay, take one. Let's keep a pin for the horses.
I
He
know.
doesn't even have a mini.
I don't have a mini,
So
so
I'm using the horse for
I
the
use
horse.
I
and
use the
pin for
horse.
him.
I use the horse for myself, and then you give us the horse pin. So I'm the horse, and the horse is my pin. So yeah, that's me over there.
Who's remaining? Why is there 2 horses remaining? I took.
Now to give them the
Oh, your
regular
yellow
golds.
horse is over there too. His
Give her the
yellow
regular
horse
paladin
is
one.
over there.
What's the regular gold? What's the box? Where's the box? Oh, finishers.
They should be over there somewhere.
Bless you, love.
His
Let's-
yellow. His
Well, he
yellow
was
one?
using this as a,
Yeah,
Oh,
you
he
use
he used
this.
this as his mini
That's it.
because he doesn't have a
There.
mini.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha.
There you go. But that looks weird. A horse as a person. That's really weird.
I've been using it for
It
the
was
last.
an-
Yeah, I wasn't even looking. But you were using it for so long. I think it was a whole year we played almost.
Yeah, and I've been using that as basically my main mini.
Yeah, but this is level 10
I don't
characters.
think I played for that long.
You played for a very long time.
Okay, so there's 1 horse remaining. Yours, Heather?
Mine, yeah.
So I stayed back. So I'm gonna try to get her horse now.
Go for it. It's walk back.
Okay.
Walk back to the log. Let's see how good you do.
We should hang out. That's good.
What am I adding to this?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, 18. Oh, I'm sorry, 19.
You walk through this wood like nothing. You're stomping all over it. And you hear cracks and everything, but you don't even bother. You walk across.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Now I'm gonna try to get her horse back over to the other
Well,
side.
jump it. Yeehaw!
And here we go. 13.
13 makes it.
All right.
And there's 2 people in the back. Mordred and
Sweet. So you guys
You haven't done it
cross.
Mordred is float.
I mean-
Morales.
Morales. I forgot your father was Mordred.
Yes. But you, seeing that you thought I was him for a moment.
Yeah,
It's clearly
I
a great indication of my behavior. You know.
Yeah.
You think I'm a great hero.
And do you have a name yet?
No.
Okay. Cat. Fluffy.
I yelled at her to hang on to the rope just in case
Okay.
because I've been hearing the thing crack. Even though.
Well, the rope is attached to the horse that's in the other side.
Right, so I can detach it and then throw it back to
Okay.
her. Just hang on just in case.
Go for it.
I'm not very strong, so
So, but you're already.
I'm on the other side.
Yeah, you're on the other side. The ones are left are them two.
Yeah.
You just said,
Morales,
you just said you could say we could hear cracks, so I don't know.
Yeah, you heard crack. Definitely, you heard
So
cracks
I'm
on
gonna
them.
try-
She's
down.
super little, so she'll have no. And plus, she's a cat, so she can just
Mhm.
tiptoe right over them.
Okay.
And I'm not sure your size and agility.
He's still a growing man.
That's true. I'm only 17, so
Yeah.
I'm not as big
Yeah.
as my father.
That's right. You're not
I'm-
that.
Yeah, but you'll get there. You'll fill
Yeah.
up those NT gaps in the armor and buff them up.
That's true. I'm not,
Well,
not,
this is
not
your
quite
first-
as heavy. I'm like,
This is kind of your
Yeah.
first time adventuring, so
You're light,
it's my first adventure.
yeah.
so you guys should have no problem getting over those
So
lines.
yeah, get over it. Roll, both of you. Go
Can
for
I,
it.
can I roll acrobatics instead? I mean,
What do you roll?
That was the nat 1, but I don't even have
Oh,
stats to
God.
add to it.
So,
I'm
roll.
I'm
Plus, I
letting her
should
fall
take-
first.
No, hold
I'm
on,
not
no,
going
no,
Plus,
near.
Jim.
technically, I should have advantage because I can walk on all fours.
I'll tell you what happens.
I'm waiting for her to fall.
No, you're both going together. Go.
16 plus. What I'm rolling for.
As you're both walking, your weight, she stumbles a little bit and the thing cracks. As she pushes full for, she claws it and she tries to get on it. You can super and try to grab her if you want. If you roll your hand.
Absolutely.
Roll your hand.
Roll again for
Athletics.
Athletics. Okay.
Yep.
That is a 15.
As you see the kid falling, fluffy, and you pull your hand off, grabbing in one hand, you grab him with your semi-strength you got. You don't really have strength, right?
I don't have a lot of strength. I'm not that strong. I'm 13 strength.
Yeah, and the thing is
Okay, well, that's
cracking.
at least not bad.
Heather,
I'm a grown boy.
as you swoop you up, you grab the log, pull your claws in there, you're like, you get to the other side. He's like, oh, as you jump over to the side, the log, and the log is gone.
Alright.
And as you get to the other side, you get
Similar to what we heard before?
no.
No?
No,
There's
it's
not.
something on the forest, and the forest seems like Brenner said, I'll go around. Wait for search. If something escapes, I'll track it down. But you're following the right path.
Ah,
Who's
Ra-
saying this?
Raiden.
Jim,
Where's-
Jim.
didn't come with
He's
us.
with us?
Yeah, Jim. Came.
Oh,
Where is he?
Where is he?
Oh no, he was late in the back. He took a camel.
Visit him back here.
He took a camel.
He took a camel.
Oh, he took a camel.
Yeah. I should
As
say
you guys
camel.
left, you guys didn't ask anything. So he's like, grab your stuff and get on the camel. Jim Raynor just rolled out.
Can
All
camels
right.
jump?
No, he can't. On his camel, so he has to go around.
Oh, see.
So he's taking the long way.
That's
Alright.
nonsense. I've heard from the great tales of camels that they can actually.
Camel horse.
Camelors
Half camel, half horse. That's
But I've seen evidence on the Kingdom of YouTube that camels can't jump.
Yeah, I think
I've
that-
seen evidence.
yeah. We see it
contrary.
jumping. It's like
Yeah. No, it the only way it can jump is if it just does this on its top front legs.
First of all,
But
I don't think that's true. Second of all, that is technically a jump.
if it's on the internet,
So
if it's on YouTube, it's real.
it's real. If
Oh,
it's
the
on
Kingdom of
YouTube.
Internet, you mean the Kingdom?
Yes,
The Kingdom
YouTube
of-
University.
Mhm.
That's
I agree.
right.
with that.
Alright, so
look at that. Are you kidding? Look at that. That is a jumping camel.
let me see the jumping camel. Okay.
Ah,
I need to research this picture.
No, you know what?
That's all the proof you need.
that looks like he got been shot. Look at the pole.
It's
You know, a
And look
picture
at
is
that.
worth 1,000
Look
words.
at and look at that. I mean that. I mean I don't think I can get that kind of air. Do you?
It's
No,
gonna be
with a
lifted
crane,
with
I
a crane.
might be able to with a crane.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think,
That's pretty impressive. I think.
but I guess you really don't have to find out because you bought a horse.
All right. Fantastic.
Alright, so let's see what's going on.
So now we're following, and that's the creature we're.
That's what creature you're searching for.
That,
Now, have
and
you-
that's how far ahead he is. That's what
No,
I'm
we
No,
don't
saying.
know where he is.
No, I gave you a representation of a hydralisk.
He's somewhere here.
So he's somewhere here,
All right.
but that's a representation of what it is.
I don't see a lot of trees, so is that just my imagination? Is it just are there a lot of trees in this?
Yes, all this area around the Indian Spring is
Okay.
heavy foliage and trees.
Okay.
Then there's a lot of movement in it, and the
Okay.
horses are like scarce
Okay.
going inside that area.
Okay.
Where do the tracks continue to?
Yeah, I
They
was just
continue.
gonna
That tracks go
jump.
straight. Jump over the side, go over the log, jump over the side, and it looks like it's scarce, like off the ramp. You can go up.
So we can jump. A snake
Or we
creature
can
that
go
can jump.
that way.
I'm reading that.
Imagine that.
How he did that?
How
Imagine.
did he do that?
Can
And
we
he-
go
And
that
he
way
doesn't even have a vertebrae.
without having to jump?
It's neck-like. But remember, as what it looks like, he has a spinal.
Oh, he has a spine.
Spine, yes. The spine
Yeah,
comes out like a
spikes.
spike.
Well, even snakes have spinal cord.
No, I know, but he had mentioned something earlier about the creature when it died. It had no like.
It had a spine, but it
The-
was severed by something else. Like,
The previous creature, he absorbed what he needed from the circling and mutated into a hydralisk.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
okay, well, let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Let's follow that sound. Move. I guess move ahead. Our movement. Do we do roll for initiative? No, not yet. Okay,
No,
sorry.
we're not in battle.
I got you.
Well, if you want to move.
Yeah, I want to move.
Okay, 5, 10, 15.
I can move 30.
She's moving here.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
moving with her as well.
25, 30.
And my horse is
One
moving right along with me.
of our adventurers looking in the. He said, "Smoke the trees." Those. He does one of his ideas. Hey,
Smoking.
smoke whatever's in there
Smoke
out.
them out. Smoke them out.
That's his idea, you know. Hey, options are always welcome.
Yeah, I like that. So are we allowed to ask a friend?
Hey,
Phone a friend?
hey. They say them. I read them out and see what's going on. You know.
We do have torches. Do we have anything that we can burn?
Without
that would
burning the
create a lot of
forest
smoke?
down, can we smoke something?
Yeah, because
Yeah, because we're
I know
fun.
I wouldn't want to do that, but as long as we promise her we're not gonna burn the forest.
Nope.
Anyway,
Do we still hear this creature?
It sounded for
And
a
do we
little bit in
wanna-
the forest. You sounded like something slivered. It might be a circling. It might be a hydraulics. You don't know, but it could be anything that could be in the forest. But right now, as you're walking, you stop moving, so you don't really hear anything. But the horse is actually scared of the forest. They don't really want to approach it whatsoever. They'll prefer to jump than go into the forest.
I got you. Does it know we're here?
You don't know.
We don't know.
Go ask
Can we
it.
roll?
Go in there and ask it.
No, I mean I don't want
I'm just saying, you know, that's what's going.
So okay, so I can't do a check to find out if it knows we're here.
Don't
No,
know.
I mean, how would we know that?
Okay.
Do we know in what direction we heard it?
Mind reader. Oh, you have to touch it though.
Well, I have
We
to
have to
know what
look
I'm
at it.
targeting.
Okay.
Well, you jump in the next cavern area.
All right. Along with me are my horses. So my horses.
You
come-
can jump with the horses definitely,
Plus, I don't
or you
wanna
can leave the horses
leave
behind and see what happens to the horse.
No, I
No, I'm
wanna-
taking my horse because if something happens, I want my horse to.
Remember when Jurassic Park they have the Velociraptor and they put him into the cage?
Mm-hmm.
That's how heavy the foliage is. Like if you drop something in there, you will definitely want to see it go in.
Okay.
Can I get closer to Nora with my horse? But as
Well,
I'm moving, I want to.
Definitely here. This path is full force right here.
Oh, so we can't go that way.
No.
Got it.
You can.
What way can't we go?
The way you were trying to go.
You can go this
You can
area,
go this
but the
way.
forest is moving on this area. It's heavy movement.
So we got to cross over it.
You can jump or run for it or whatever you
What do
want to
you
do.
mean? Heavy
Run for
movement.
it is backwards, or
Well-
jump is forward.
What do you mean heavy movement? The
Like there's
birds are
heavy
moving?
movement on the foliage.
So they're moving?
They're moving like there's something in it, and you don't know what it is. And the horses are scared, so the horses will not go this way.
I'm just gonna take my horse and jump over.
Go roll it. Go for it.
4 plus, what does my horse have?
Just do.
Oh, a +2. Okay. And that would be 6.
As you
And it's a
go.
pretty tiny area. It's like 5 feet, which you can see.
Yeah, but this is the cliff down. The horse jump and hits the side of the cliff and starts going down. Give the horse a plus. It has a +2 athletics. You wanna push it? Pull it. Come on, roll it.
Yeah, I would like to push it.
Yeah, push the horse.
Let's go. Push horse. 15.
15. You pull your horse. You drag it. You hit it really hard. And the horse uses all he has to get over to the side.
And dies. I'm just kidding. They're so old.
I got my horse over.
Alright,
Yep.
so next time, so that doesn't count. I just dropped it. I don't know what it was anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and roll to jump too.
Go for it. Roll.
I saw him go, and I'm like, fine, I'll go too. That's it's 15.
You jump
I
over.
added 2 for.
Yep, you jump over.
Alright, so
I
my
don't
other.
know. It's a little out of my reach.
Okay.
I asked them if they want the rope, just in case. It's up to them. I'm over it, so. Alright.
Jump with your horses.
Yes, I'm gonna jump with both of my horses.
Mhm.
You should always guidance yourself. It's a cantrip.
Roll it.
Hold on.
20.
$20. Oh, you jumped. You cleared it. Your horse landed, and the other one just lands right next to Proficient. And there's like little rocks that's floating out of the mountain. The horse, it feels safe with you.
Excellent. Do I need to go back and help Katina?
You're gonna humanly
Jump
jump?
again?
Yeah, you're gonna try and humanly jump that gap? Okay.
Go for it.
I look back and I smirk because I find a cat riding a horse amusing.
Hey, everything's
That'd be
possible.
fun. I'll see if I can find the picture.
A guidance.
You can't. You have to touch it.
Oh man, you do, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Guidance is a touch spell.
Go ahead. You can do it. S +2 +10. Yes! You pull the horse. You put your claws on that horse. That horse
She goes like
screams. Taking 1 point of damage from your claws as you like, like you left the ground and you just like hold on to the horse. Horse barely makes it as you claw. Basically, you
I
claw.
take it with my foot going, no water, no water, no water, meow, meow.
Yeah, as a cat doesn't get wet, she's so fluffy. She'll suck up like a sponge. And you'll get, they said 2 more jumps. Or go over to tree, back and forth, and help everybody.
No,
You-
let's keep jumping.
Yeah, let's jump.
Can you make my
Alright.
camel jump instead? I
And
don't,
a
really,
what?
I don't really think that I am qualified to make my
No,
camel
your
jump.
camel or horse?
My horse.
That's
I'm
okay.
going in the dog. He's going.
All right, I'm gonna jump my horses over with guidance.
Not bad.
Not bad. 23,
Over
24, over 20.
24! Yeah! You got this sword, you pull up to the side like nothing. Which horse you took?
What?
You took both of your horses?
Yes.
Both of your horses, like nothing. Ah! As a druid, you feel bound with these animals. These animals feel safe with you. Right now, both are jumping proficiently well with you.
Alright, so I'm gonna do something that I just thought, and that I think is gonna help
Because
us.
when you have animal handling, use your animal handling. But if you don't have animal handling, you have to use the +2 of the horse.
I gotcha.
I'm gonna do something that I think is gonna give us a bit more confidence making these jumps. I'm going to prepare telekinesis. On the horse. I can lift up to 5,000 pounds.
Yeah, you can
Weight
definitely-
within.
Yeah, that's actually good.
So and now I'm gonna.
How far?
There's a tree that I can cross back.
Well,
up
I'm gonna
and help
jump
you out.
first.
Okay, go for it. Roll. Go.
Alright.
Go for it. Jump. Ah.
Oh shit, that's slow.
What is it? +2.
5 total.
5. As the horse, it's gonna hit the side of the mountain.
Can I
you know?
release my spell?
As you release your spell, the horse stops immediately. And it starts like rotating in place.
And I put it, and I just wasted my 1 level 5 spell, by the way.
As you lift the horse, boom, 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 boom. You're yellow, right?
Good thing
Oh,
I
yeah,
did
yeah, yeah,
though.
Boom, 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 boom.
Wow. Let me see
And
if I
I'm-
can switch
Your
the
horse is
target.
tired.
And I'm gonna
My
go
horse is
back.
Yeah, because it hit the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
You have a -1, so you're gonna get a +1.
I was gonna go back over the log
Can she do it instead?
and then try to do animal handling for his horse.
You'll get a -2
That's
to your
not.
animal handling.
I marked
Because
my
his
spell.
horse
His horse is
injured.
tired, and you're pushing it to the maximum level, so you're pushing it twice as hard.
Okay. But I do want to at least try.
Okay, try for it.
Okay. And I'm gonna put guidance.
Are you gonna cross the board or wait for her?
I'm gonna wait for her.
Okay.
21.
21. You jump on this side like stuck, like nothing. You get to the other side like nothing. Waha! Poor horse.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
I throw my rope across just in case.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So if you want to hold that.
How about both Fluffy? Are you gonna go back for Fluffy?
You tell me, Fluffy. What do you want me to do?
Yes, please.
Okay.
As
So
she
I'm
goes
gonna
back.
go back.
Make out a nice roll over the log.
Okay.
Roll for walking over the log.
I give you my rope before you go.
Okay.
You have to roll twice because you didn't roll last time when you walked
Yeah.
I
over the
can
log.
move it 30 feet, just so you know.
What am I adding? Acrobatics, right? 12.
12, you pass it.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and the second time you went just for the first horse. for
Okay,
his
that
horse.
was the first
Are you
one.
going for her horse?
And 11.
You pass it.
Okay.
You hear cracks and stuff like that, but nothing major.
Okay. And now I'm gonna do.
You jump.
Try to.
Yeah, you're gonna ride on cowboy across this hole. You jump it.
Yes, 19.
All right. And you too. Walk over it. Kitty, come on.
You have my rope.
Yes.
Yeah, she's holding onto the rope.
Okay. I walk across.
Telekinesis
11 plus.
lasts for 10 minutes, and I can redo it again using the same spell slot. So
You
I'm
want
just
to
gonna,
lift both of them?
I'm just gonna. Well, it's an object or a creature.
You can lift one of them at a time. Across. They're on the other
Can I
side.
switch the target?
It says you can reuse it.
What? Just
Okay.
Just do that.
All right.
No,
Sounds
you-
good.
you
Like I
move-
said, I'm getting to know my new spells. So
Yeah, you move both of them. I'll let you move both of them with your
Alright.
telekinesis.
sounds good. At least.
And I'll say with your telekinesis, you're able to clear the clearing.
Okay.
And you clear both. You lift the horse, you lift everything. And flip me the map, please.
Hey.
All right. As you enter, you see a little cliff that goes up. You definitely ride on your horse when you get out your horses. You definitely. Every house you see is on a tree and it's high up the ground. Every house you see is off the ground.
Like as in stilts or floating?
Like it's like a tree under it and it's
Okay.
part of the tree at this
Like
point.
a natural stilt.
Like somebody buying, like basically use or move earth or vines and wrap these houses with these trees and they're attached by heavy green foliage. They actually like made these houses.
Do we see any
Anyone?
humanoids, creatures,
You see the claw marks go up this tree and they go up.
claw marks?
They're pretty obvious. They know something you can miss.
Can we try to?
And you see the floor is disturbed, like a lot of things when walk through here. Horses, animals, whatever.
Any
How far-
carcasses?
You see no human or animal carcass anywhere. And you hear no sounds whatsoever.
Birds, chirps.
No, not even a bird. No. Usually in forests you hear wildlife.
Mhm.
You hear no wildlife
Interesting.
sounds.
That probably disturbs you.
That is frightening.
Yep.
Yes.
As
How far
I'm
from
handling, the horses are like, they don't want to go up the stairs. They want to stay in the bottom. They, like, as you try to pull them up, they won't budge 1 inch. You probably have to slap it, and you'll get them up.
I'm gonna get off my horse if it's that terrified and tie it to a tree. And go investigate. I mean, not go investigate, but get ready to go investigate.
There we go.
As a matter of fact, before I leave my horse, I'm gonna do a perception check around where we are right now to see if there's any hostile creatures that I feel are threatening. And I don't see them.
Yeah, the horses look threatening at this point. As you get a kick in the face, you get too close at this point.
I also make a perception check. I think it's a good idea. A 3.
She has some dust in her shoulder. You clean it off. You don't worry about anything else.
I can make a perception.
I do.
I just
Yeah,
don't
you
know
have some
when to
dust.
do it.
That probably from all the jumping, you probably got.
Yeah.
And I have a 16.
Ooh, that's a 19 plus at least 4.
As you kind of like, as you kind of like reflex, sees you see something go from the tree and jump into the other tree,
Meow.
and they're
Over there.
So
Over
you,
that way. Something moved. Big. Very big.
okay.
all right.
Are these houses connected?
Not really. The walkways look like they're being destroyed. They're hanging off the sides.
How far from the ground are they?
5 feet, 10 feet, 50 feet?
They're about 30 feet off the ground.
Oh wow.
They're pretty high up.
You said something earlier. You said that this houses look like the tree had like something.
Like it looks
had
part of the
grown?
tree, like a druid or something wave this thing into something.
Oh, you probably like these houses.
Mm-hmm.
Once we clear this area up, this might be a place you want to think of moving into.
Not really, but
Oh,
if you like it.
no, not my. All right, so let's. I tied up my horse because I'm not gonna deal with my horse right now, and right now I feel a threat, so I'm just gonna get on warrior mode
Okay.
and kind of look around my people and
Here.
and whisper.
Here's the thought.
I whisper, "What's the
But whisper louder when you whisper it. What's the plan? Got it.
Well,
The
I
creatures.
feel vulnerable.
Everything's on the ground.
I feel
you're in the
very,
ground.
very
Everything is on top.
Yeah.
So
It's like
You don't know what it is.
the only,
Neither.
the only way we can actually go up and fight with it or do anything with it is if we go up 30 feet off the ground.
and I feel
climb
like I
trees.
need to conjure
I have a climb speed of 20
creature.
feet.
to support. What do you think?
That's up to you.
Yeah.
I barely know you. I just met you at the town.
Oh, yes, that's
Yeah.
true. I used to know you, but now I don't. You look like her. What can I say?
It brings back memories of my friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you're all level 10, so make new friends by now.
So I didn't even know you could conjure stuff.
Oh yes.
So, tell me what you're doing.
Okay.
Conjuring birds might be a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is a giant eagle. Yes. And then I can
You can
carry.
do 2 of them, actually.
Yeah, I can count.
All of a sudden, I know all about how you can.
Yeah. How do you know this?
It's a feeling.
She can read minds.
Yes,
Yes.
I could read your mind. I figured you could conjure 2 of them.
I would like to conjure 2 giant eagles.
All right, go for it. Let's say, for the sake of the game and speed, let's say 2 giant eagles. Or these 2 dice.
Just look exactly like giant eagles.
Yeah, giant rounded eagles.
So aerodynamic.
Yes, very aerodynamic.
Already beautiful sky.
Okay. So and as an eagle, I have very good hearing, like incredible eyesight.
You're not the eagle.
Oh well, my eagles.
Yeah, that's your
Incredible
eagle. That's
hearing.
not you. You're talking to actual animals. Not
Oh,
pets.
okay.
No, you're not.
You're
You're-
right.
I love your.
I'm metagaming.
Yeah, you're metagaming, but I love it though. It's okay.
Well, you know.
All right, and so
Does
okay.
she, other character, that connection that she has with bees, does that count when they're summoned? Are they considered bees?
Because stronger. That's it. That's all. Her powers.
No, I
are.
mean like
And
she has something
she knows how
else.
to. She knows how to handle them.
she can talk to animals.
Yeah, she can talk to them.
So she can okay.
She can talk to them. Yeah, they respond back. But I think they respond back. I'm not really sure her new abilities
I
as
can
a
look.
shepherd.
I can look.
And where do I hear the sound from? Which
This
area? So what I'd like to do is I'd like to have my eagles fly over to observe You know, my one
How far?
eagle.
10, 5,
Yeah.
2, right in the house.
Yeah, and close by. You know, like I want one eagle on that house and then another one on that one, but not to land. I just want to fly and
They're flying.
observe.
What's her like? Can you tell me the stats of the eagle?
Yes, I'm getting there now.
Don't want to go up far enough away.
Honey, I got you. I brought you the monster manual.
I got it right
You
here.
got it? Okay.
Okay, so my stats are that
He's
my
rolling to hit
speed
you.
is
Oh, no,
flight
hit
80
points.
feet.
Hit point.
My hit points
He's rolling
are
to hit you.
26.
Actually, it's a little more than that because your beast thing.
That's
It's,
right. So plus 5.
two more. I think eight more each.
Okay, so 34 each.
As you see, a claw like a praying mantis grabs the eagle by the legs. It shoots spikes into the neck of the eagle. Eagle dying instantly, and this thing starts consuming it as fast as possible.
It's conjured.
And you
Spirits.
you still consume as it holds on. It's still eating it. It's biting. It bites or bites attacks.
No, because they're spirits. They would just automatically disappear.
If it dies, it hasn't died yet. It's grappled. It shoots spears into the animal and starts consuming it, biting pieces of the animal.
Do you have to roll for an attack?
Oh, I already did.
And
I already rolled
It
17
sounds like
plus
you hit
and,
it really hard.
Oh,
19 plus.
yeah, you definitely hit me. Did you roll for
And-
damage?
Yes, I did. I did a total of 30 damage.
Ow.
Yeah, and he has an ability to he severed your wings and starts eating them.
Okay, so I'm just gonna.
And as he lets it go, your eagle lands on the floor, as it takes bludgeoning damage from the fall, dying. But basically, it rips his skin out, and you see the animal. He sprouts wings out of his back, and his body is snake-like. His tail turned into a spit mouth. As the mouth, it looks like it's opening, and it looks like saliva is coming out of it.
Did I just inadvertently make it stronger?
Probably.
Now it looks like it
Well, now we know.
flies.
But now we know
Now
where
we
it
know what
is.
it is. Now we know what it is and where it is.
We
What
don't
about
know
the
what
other
it is,
eagle?
what
What
it
it
is.
is.
What
Where
about
it
the
is.
other eagle?
Hmm?
It only attacked one, right?
Yeah,
So the other eagle can
The other eagle's freaking out.
fly. Get away. Get away.
As you guys are handling the situation, I want to use this mini for its sake of the game. You see a guy that comes out of a wire and pulls itself and lands on the floor. And the thing just it flies right next to the guy. And the wingspan, every time he hits, it's you feel the gust of the wing every time he's flying.
This guy?
No, the
The
thing.
creature.
The creature starts, and as you still have a connection to it, you hear,
Uh-huh.
and you're still reading their names. They keep talking to themselves, and they keep naming yourself.
Huh.
You're Muta Lisk.
So that this might be the thing that's controlling it.
And the thing is, and the guy's cloaked. You cannot see his face. You
So
can.
he is the controller.
So whoever's around me, I let them know this might be the creature that's controlling it. We might want to kill that thing first.
He speaks. What is your business here? Wingspan insanely long.
Who's saying that?
He speaks.
And he's speaking to us.
Yeah, in common.
So he's asking us what is our business here.
Yep.
We are investigating strange disturbances in the area.
Yes.
Food has been disappearing. Animals have been being eaten. The
You
town is
see
full of spirits.
nothing. And
That's-
who are you? Who are you?
We are brave adventurers.
I didn't say we. I say you.
I am a brave adventurer.
What's your name, great adventurer?
I am Morellis Menethil. I come from a long line of great adventurers, including my father, who defeated the Lich King himself.
I heard tales of this. He whistles, and you hear a bunch of animals starts jumping out of the side.
Oh.
Wow.
And you see a bunch of these, same size of a horse. They jump, and they're like, and you see them saliva, like salivating their mouth, and they're like crawling the ground. And he's like putting his hand out, and he looks like he's having a hard time, and like controlling these things. And the fly one screams of the little ones, and the little ones, react in asserting, in like assertion to the big one, and they stop and moving, and and sometimes they look like they attack each other for no reason whatsoever.
We can take him.
Don't say that too loud.
And this beast, there's something green forming his mouth, like something like he grabbed like spit and swallow it, and it's at the bottom of the mouth, like about to like spit out, and he's holding on to everything in one hand.
Who this little dude?
Yeah.
This guy.
What are you doing here? What is your goal of controlling these creatures?
Oh, you're talking about my children. They're mine and mine alone, nobody else's.
That's fine. We're not here to take your children from you. We're trying to investigate, see what's going on.
The horses are getting like insanely kind of spooked as you're like they're tied to whatever that ropes or branches and stuff. They don't look happy to be in the situation, but they're the saddle having they're holding on.
I would like to roll
What do you want?
for do a check
Mhm.
on the intention of the handler
Mhm.
of these creatures in this forest. What is the intention?
Well,
And I'm adding to that perception.
insight.
Okay, that's a good one. So that's 25.
You cannot read. He doesn't show anything for intention. As you can't see his face, he's not moving or showing gestures. So he doesn't show any intentions of anything. You don't see his face. You can't tell what he's doing. His hand is moving, holding on this armada that he has behind him. And you hear more animals scrambling in the background.
I still ask him what his goal is.
It's none of your business.
What did
What
you?
was your name? What was his name?
Morales.
Morales.
What did you do to the people in this town?
There's no people in this town.
There used to
There
be.
used to be. What happened to them? Where are all the animals? Why don't I hear birds?
All the animals, they're all here. You don't see them? They're all right here. They're my greatest creation.
So all of these creatures, like the one we saw in the town, they absorbed all of the
Oh,
creatures.
this is my greatest creation. They're all mine. I create all this.
You say that they are your creation, but
Yes.
in truth they are the Lich Kings.
No, these are no Lich King's creation. They're my creations. I created them. The Zerg, most powerful race. I use their essence and turn into whatever I wanted to make them perfection.
And who are you?
I'm Amon. I'm the creator of all. And you seem powerful enough. I think your essence will definitely come in handy.
Mhm.
Can we do
And-
another check?
As he keeps talking, the more you guys are shaking, the more things, and you're running full speed and stop as they get into the presence of Amon.
Holy cow.
I'm gonna turn to the rest of the party and whisper, I think he's buying time to summon more creatures from the
Mhm,
forest.
I do too.
I think we should
the
attack
more we
immediately.
talk,
And yeah, the more we talk,
Sound
the more
good
we
to
can summon
me.
creatures.
so we need to just start attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's buying time to get a big army.
I suggest running away.
Jim, as you said, Jim is in the outskirts right here. It's like, guys, I recommend to run. You'll be overrun if there more come. They'll definitely overrun you. If they get close to you, they'll sever your limbs. I don't think that's a good idea. As you see the sharpness on it, it's made out of like, it looks like carved bone into a complete serrated blade. So contact with these things, it seems high fast, basically clawing the slicing you.
Okay. So I say we
So
do.
contact to face with them doesn't seem like a good idea, as there's that many.
Let's do like Monty
And-
Python and run away.
And the flying one seems kind of powerful. But right now you're not in a full team group right now. You're still missing like adventures, so it's not completely set. So you're at a disadvantage at this point. Jim can back you up, but the survival of winning, it seems highly low. And he is there, and you don't know anything about him. You have no idea. If you want to fight, I'm not going to stop you, but Jim is recommending you, highly recommending you. Somebody might die.
Okay. So is this where we?
Where we run?
I'm running.
Yeah.
I don't care. If you guys want to stay and fight,
No.
that's fine.
I'm
Everyone's
saying.
individual choice, whether you want to stay and fight or you want to run.
But considering the only thing I have on my entire character sheet is claws and
No, he pretty much said.
vicious mockery, mage hand, and light. I'm in cure wounds. I picked cure wounds. I'm at a complete disadvantage. I'm getting my butt out of there until I can figure out the rest of my character.
And he says,
Yeah.
as my swarm gets bigger, don't worry. After I'm done with this world, I'll destroy all the universe. Evil will rule once more, and life will become Zerg, and Zerg alone. Evolution of Zerg should be complete, missing some traits. As the one that's flying, it looks like it starts like serving pieces of him and starts falling into the ground, and the other one starts eating it. One of them starts eating it, and it starts like really quickly. And sprouts went from one piece of the other one, and looks to mutate extremely fast. The mutations are insanely rapid rate. The little ones are mutating. As by eating a piece of the big one. As Amon cut a piece and threw it out. As the big one screaming pain, but did not do anything about it.
Looks like it's time to move to another town.
Yeah,
This one
exactly.
This one is not.
Yeah,
gonna be
no.
going
I say we run away.
I heard
So,
really good stuff.
due to we are on our time limit of midnight. Midnight right now. Will continue starting at 8 to 8:30 next Friday. But right now, you know, Amon is pure evil, and he wants to do something that has never done before. Rule the world, and he seems to have an army that's on his favor. So, we'll be ready for our characters to be set for next week, and we'll basically have everybody run up and running, having our next. Let's see if Liton is able to play, and Sergio to have our next member, because right now you will be running away and through the canyon and passes and see what happens. Jim Raynor will support you and shoot at them and try to slow them down from you.
Do we get back to the town if that's what we want to do?
You want to basically escape Amon at this point. Amon looks extremely powerful, but you don't know what Amon is. You have no idea what Amon is, where he comes from, what he is. He just monologues a lot.
So next week we're going.
Next week, If you have anything you have to buy for your characters, let me know. Find what you need, any weapons, any things like that. Even though you know what the scenario is, I'll let you pre-get stuff. You can get as many potions. You can buy anything. Potions, armor, weapons, lands. You have a third mount. You can have a third mount. You have an elephant. You have an elephant. You can have several things. Bring a product to you, or his camel, or something.
Okay.
So
Can we get you said no magic items.
There's no magical items in that time. There's nothing.
Right, but no pluses or whatever for flavor. Could you get like magic stuff that doesn't really give you anything?
But like, there's no magic stuff.
What do you mean, like, that doesn't give you anything?
I don't know, like for example, and I don't want this, but I'm just like the armor of gleaming that's always gleaming, but it doesn't give you anything else.
Oh, she means
Butterfly? No.
Stuff that
No,
for flavor but doesn't give you anything.
she meant something like it doesn't have any actual effects. It just sounds cool.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's the sort of glimmering. It glimmers in the sun. And
Right.
It's cool.
Stuff like that.
Something.
Yeah, you can have flavor stuff. Of
Flavor
course.
stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I
flavor
meant.
stuff.
No
Like
pluses.
that goes along with your character. Things to make your character better. Things you spice it up. Definitely,
Yeah, I
I
like
encourage you guys
Alright.
to make your character a part of you.
Alright.
Make it an extension of yourself. You want a cool cane of the snake or something as a staff? Like it looks cool. Like you can carve a
And the
So-
eyes turn red.
or something glimmers in the sky or something.
Yeah. I like it.
Something cool like that, yes, something, and then give me a list of things you bought, and I'll give you a pricing, and I'll give them depending, I'll give a discount.
So our next encounter is gonna be getting away from them.
So it'll be basically from
Running.
what Jim is telling you.
Gonna be running away.
You haven't, and it's 10 minutes.
Roast a string.
Yes, we are.
So horses are attached, assuming they're still there.
Yeah, they're
now.
all still there.
For now.
The horses I just literally look like they want to rip with their
Right.
saddles. Like they're.
So I just simply wrote down the next week we need to run away. Horses are attached to the trees. That's all I got.
I have an interesting idea,
Uh-huh.
which I will share with you.
Well, you can definitely talk to each other. Just be prepared, be ready, and with everything you bought, everything you need. Remember, you have a carrying capacity.
Mm-hmm.
You can have about 4 spears in your back, or a hand crossbow, or whatever on your side. You cannot carry 4 long swords. You don't have a bag of holdings to hold all those things. No, you can't.
What?
You heard me. 1 big weapon, small weapons, portions on the side, max of, let's say, 5 on your backpack. If not, you're going to have a jingle weight capacity.
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
So this is what's happening, and this is what continue. Guys, thank you very much for showing up. And thank you everybody online for watching. I appreciate it. Next week is going to be 8:30. Right now it's 12:19. 8:30 next week. We'll definitely roll on and we'll keep going. This is every Friday. Thank you very much for coming.